students, parents, alumni, faculty, and staff to the 2005 Minneapolis High School Homecoming. This year's theme is based on the song Photograph by Nickelback. Tonight's ceremonies concludes a week's activities in which the student body and the community have participated. Sponsored by the cheerleaders and Student Council, Spirit Week helped pep up students for Monday's golf at the Minneapolis course, where the MHS girls took second as a team. Bailey Pond placed second, and Sydney Roth placed 10th as individuals. Congratulations. In Tuesday's home volleyball matches, the varsity ladies dominated Russell. The first match was won by scores of 25-10, 25-4, and the second match 25-12, 25-9. Throughout the week, students showed their school spirit by participating in various dress-up days. Monday, the warmth of the Pacific was seen in Hawaiian Day. Tuesday was Retro Day. Wednesday had students showing their American pride during Armed Forces and Patriotic Day. Thursday was designated as Fairy Tale Day. And today, the traditional Red and Blue Day, as students proudly supported their school's colors. We would like to thank those who participated and made the week successful. A special thanks goes out to the Student Council and their sponsors, Joella Bergman and Valerie Beichman. The MHS students would also like to thank the community and the local businesses for all their support, especially Karen's Flowers for donating tonight's flowers. A special thanks also goes to the Minneapolis grade school students who participated in the parade and spirit activities and hosted a great pep rally on Thursday. This afternoon, various Minneapolis high school clubs and classes participated in the annual homecoming parade. It is now time to announce the judges' decisions for the float and window competition. In the school float division, the senior class won third place. Second place goes to the sophomore class, and the first place prize in the float division goes to the freshman class of 2009. In the window competition, third place goes to the sophomore class, second place goes to FCCLA, and the first place window goes to the junior class. Congratulations to all the winning entrants. It is our pleasure to recognize the Minneapolis Junior Senior High School past royalty from the class of 1956 and 1981. Our 50-year queen is Harriet Peschel. She is married to Richard L. Peschel and has 3 children, Rick, Greg, and David. Harriet also has 7 grandchildren, Zach, Gabe, Gavin, Derek, Dylan, Melanie, and Allie. She graduated from Kansas University with a degree in business and is currently a homemaker. Kayla Peschel was the homecoming queen in 1980.
Which head cleaner, huh? Or these head cleaners?
She has 6 children, Angie, Dan, Dustin, Alicia, Brooke, and Tanner, and 3 grandchildren, McKaylee, Trevor, and Austin. Kayla is working as a full-time nursing student in McPherson.
After the halftime stuff is over with.
Okay.
Johnny Goddard was the king of 1980. He is married to Karen, and they have 3 children, Sarah, Catherine, and John. John is a deputy warden at the Ellsworth Correctional Facility. We thank you all for participating this evening. Last week, members of the Minneapolis High School student body chose 12 of their fellow classmates from the senior class to continue the homecoming tradition. Ladies and gentlemen, I now present the Minneapolis High School Homecoming Royal Court of 2005. Jessa Perry. Jessa is the daughter of Lyle and Don Perry. She has been a basketball letter winner for 3 years and a member of the girls' state track 4x400 and 4x800 runner-up relay teams. Jessa was the American Barrel Racing Youth Champion in 2003. She has been on the honor roll for 4 years and plans to attend college next fall. Nicholas Brown. Nick is the son of Gregory and Denise Brown. He has participated in football and basketball for 4 years, golf for 3 years, FCA for 4, and NHS for 2 years. He has been a member of an Anadarko mission trip for 5 years and has gone to math relays for 3. Nick plans to attend Tabor College and go into teaching. Shauna Eckert. Shauna is the daughter of Demerle and Gail Eckert. She has been active in FCA and forensics for 2 years, journalism for 1, the fall musical, Teens for Christ for 4 years, Rescue Mission Chapel for 4 years, and is a Salina back-to-school interpreter. Shauna has also been an AFS intercultural program volunteer, a mission trip interpreter, and a YMCA basketball coach. She is a former member of the basketball, volleyball, and track teams. She stayed in Mexico her sophomore year and has been on the honor roll for 3 years and has received the school citizenship award. Shauna plans to attend Emporia State University, majoring in international business. During her sophomore year, she plans to study abroad in Beijing, China. Daniel Little. Daniel is the son of William and Sheree Little. He has participated in football for 4 years and golf for 1. He is a member of Stuco and TASMAD. His freshman year, he qualified for state forensics. Daniel plans to attend Cully Community College to study nursing. Amy Davidson. Amy is the daughter of Janet Davidson and Jim Davidson. She has been active in NHS and Stuco for 2 years, FCA for 4 years, Teens for Christ for 3 years, and served as class secretary for 3. Amy has also been involved in the fall musical, volleyball, select choir, Meals on Wheels, FCCLA, and is vice president of that organization. Amy has also been a Salina Rescue Mission volunteer. She has been on the high honor roll for 3 years and was selected as Student of the Year in Psychology, Spanish, and English. Amy was a state placer and a national and league qualifier in forensics. She is undecided on where to attend college next fall. Cameron Knox. Cameron is the son of Tammy Knox. He has learned in football for 3 years and was an honorable mention his sophomore year and an all-league selection his junior year as fullback. Cameron has learned in basketball for 2 years and was a member of the state basketball team both his sophomore and junior year. He has been a track letter winner for 3 years and placed second at state in the shot put in his sophomore and junior years. He has also placed first at state weightlifting in this last year. Cameron is Stuco co-president this year. He is undecided on what he wants to do after high school. Allie Catron. Allie is the daughter of Julie and Greg Pichel and Steve Catron. She has participated in basketball for 4 years, volleyball, track, and golf for 2 years, NHS for 3 years, math relays for 2 years, and has been a class Stuco rep for 2 years. She is currently co-president of Stuco and TASMAD. Allie's been involved in numerous mission trips and was a 2004 hobby representative. She is undecided on a major right now, but plans on going to college next fall. Trevor Adkins. Trevor is the son of Brad and Marla Atkins. He has participated in basketball, football, and track for 3 years, the school musical for 2 years, quiz bowl for 3 years, FCA for 4 years, and has coached YMC basketball for 4 years and football for 1. He received the Student of the Year award in both Spanish 1 and Spanish 2. Trevor has gone to the math relays for 2 years and has been an academic letter winner for 3. He would like to major in physical therapy, but is undecided on a college. Audra Atwell. Audra is the daughter of Harry and Cindy Atwell. She has been involved in volleyball for 4 years and went to state in 2003. Basketball for 3 years and received the Most Inspirational Player Award in 2004. Audie's been in track for 4 years, which she has qualified for state the past 3. She also plays the piano and has gone to state for 3 years. She has been a member of NHS for 3 years, a class officer for 4, and is a part of the Delphus Youth Group. She is undecided on where she wants to go to college, but she plans to study pre-med. Traer Gassman. Traer is the son of Dennis and Becky Gassman. He has been involved in TASMAT for 4 years, snooker for 3, basketball and track for 4, and football for 1 year. Traer has also been on the honor roll for 3 years, and an academic award winner, and a member of the state track championship and runner-up teams, as well as the 2 second-place state basketball teams. Traer plans to become a respiratory technician. Bailey Ponton. Bailey is the daughter of Rod and Kathy Ponton. She has been involved in golf for 4 years and was a member of the 2003 and 2004 State Girls Golf Team and a 2005 participant as an individual. She has been an individual medalist for the last 3 years. Bailey has participated in basketball for 1 year, track and field, forensics, select choir, Meals on Wheels, the Delphus Youth Group, and enjoys coaching YMCA basketball and volleyball. She has been on the honor roll all 3 years and a National Honor Society member for 2. Her freshman year, she was the Student Athlete of the Week in the Salina Journal, and as a junior, she was featured in the Prep Zone. After high school, she plans to attend college and major in business and accounting. Ryan Weedle. Ryan is the son of Mike and Nancy Weedle. He has been active in basketball for 4 years, in which he has been All-State for 2 years, All-Area for 2 years, and All-League for 3. Ryan also participated in football for 2 years and track for 1. He was a junior class president and a youth basketball coach and was involved in NHS. Ryan recently accepted a scholarship to play basketball at Arkansas State University and will be studying journalism or business management. Here to crown the 2005 Homecoming Royalty is last year's King, Shane Donovan, who is attending K-State University, and last year's Queen, Molly McHenry, who is attending Kansas University. Our junior attendants are Gabby Helgett, daughter of Andy and Rebecca Helgett, and Landon Wilson, son of Todd and Shelley Wilson. Thank you for your help this evening. And now, the announcement we've been waiting for, the crowning of the 2005 King and Queen. At this time, I would like to introduce this year's King, Mr. Daniel Little. And the 2005 Homecoming Queen, Miss Audra Atwell. Congratulations to all of you candidates and to King Daniel Little and Queen Audra Atwell. Now let's hear MHS on to a victory.
included a 100-year celebration of football in North Ottawa County with special VIP members of the football teams from the Delphos Maroons, the Ada Wildcats, and the Minneapolis Lions of teams in the past. Welcome all of you alumni, football players, and cheerleading alumni as well to tonight's homecoming activities. We hope you've enjoyed the day so far. We're getting ready to have some good football here under the lights in just a few moments. With that in mind, we'd like to ask that the following alumni who were chosen at random by a drawing to go to the Minneapolis High School bench on the field to be honorary team captains for the coin flip this evening and to represent all the other football alumni from all three North Ottawa County schools that are present here tonight. Dwayne King, Delphos Maroons, class of 54. Jerry Schmidt, Minneapolis High, class of 1975. Again, please go to the MHS bench to represent your alumni. Ron Nelson, Delphos High School Maroons, class of 1960. Max Hosley, class of Minneapolis High School, 1951. Brett Prohaska, Minneapolis High School, class of 1972. Gail Breen, Delphos High School Maroons, class of 1960. And last but certainly not least, from the class of 1954, the Ada Wildcats, longtime Chapman High School standout coach, Dennis Seidner. If you gentlemen would please take your place on the Minneapolis bench as honorary team captains. We'd also like to announce that all returning football and cheerleading alumni are invited and encouraged to go to the entry point of the field on the track and form a tunnel along with some of the Minneapolis faithful to welcome and encourage this year's team as they take the field. Forgotten tradition at Minneapolis High, the singing of the MHS alma mater, Days of Youth. The words are printed on the back of your programs in places you've forgotten them through the years. Please listen and or sing along as the new image sings the song first, and then we'll all join in the second time through. Again, that will be right before the Star Spangled Banner, right after the starting lineups. So that'll be coming up in just a few moments. 55 pounds, 5'10" sophomore, number 16, Spencer Brown.
Where's my microphone?
At quarterback, also a sophomore at 145 pounds, 5'8", number 22, Jared Schmidt. At the other cornerback spot, a 165-pound senior, number 26, Nicholas Brown. At linebacker tonight, a 180-pound senior, number 57, Trevor Atkins. At defensive end, he's also a 165-pound sophomore, number 35, Alberto Contreras. At defensive end tonight, a 255-pound senior.
Hi, Chuck. Hi, Chuck.
At one of the tackle spots, he's also a senior at 190 pounds, number 44, Cody Booby.
I believe.
And we are
At the other tackle spot, he's also a senior at 180 pounds, number 47, Jeff Crawford. Linebacker, a senior at 180 pounds, number 50, Trenton Lambert. At the other linebacker spot, he's a sophomore at 215 pounds, number 53, Kevin Knox. And at the other tackle spot, a 215-pound senior, number 60, Corey Kaiser. The Lions are coached by head coach Terry Meckel, and he's assisted by John Darrow, Lance Vernon, and longtime assistant Jeff Giles.
What's happening here? With me.
Okay.
Once again, let every loyal voice sing. So here's to Minneapolis High, here's to the careless days. Here's to your alma mater, the dearest in our hearts always.
To the south end of Lyons Country Stadium.
Folks, we're just ready for the national anthem here. This is homecoming night in Minneapolis, October the 7th.
Those armed forces who are fighting for our freedom in faraway lands. Mr. Ball?
You can see the flag flying there, full mast. Okay, folks, that's the end of the national anthem. We're just seconds away from the kickoff between the Minneapolis Lions and the Lions of Lyons, Kansas.
Logo to have the coin toss for tonight. Remember,
Hey, they are also the Lions. So it's a Lions against the Minneapolis Lions. I believe they are 1-4 for the year. Minneapolis, I believe, is 0-5. And this is a special night here in Minneapolis. We'll be honoring a lot of past football players. But what we really want to do is capture a win. And I'm joined by Dave Rupert up here. Dave helps me out. My name's Trace Cree. Dave, what do you think? What do you see? Anything?
Well, it's a perfect night for football. Nice, crisp fall evening. Just what you'd expect to see at a high school football game on Friday night.
Lions have won one, I understand. Lions of Lions.
The Lions versus the Minneapolis Lions.
And we, as of yet, have not won a ball game, but maybe tonight's the night. It is homecoming.
The captains for Lions tonight.
Well, you'd have to say this, Trace. If we won the battle of crowds tonight, we have a great crowd here tonight.
Crowd.
I don't know that I've ever seen a better high school football crowd at Minneapolis.
I suppose that has to do with the 100th.
Well, it does,
celebration.
sure.
Maybe not.
You know, whatever excuse,
Whatever
we'll
it
take
takes.
it.
Yeah.
47.
I just was making note that look across the way there, and you can see that probably they are not having the year that they normally would. They don't have as many parents in the stand as they've got kids on the field.
Yeah, I think they got some parents that didn't even show up. Maybe a grandpa or a grandma
Yeah.
or two, but not too
Yeah,
darn many.
pretty sparse. You know, that'd be typical of a 1-4 season, I suppose.
That's the night you decide maybe you'll mow the yard.
Yeah, something happened. Didn't make it.
Didn't make it.
100-year centennial homecoming.
Get some pregame festivities out of the way here. Got some dignitaries from years past here,
Yeah.
representing different teams over the years that have played. Of course, if you go back 100 years, there might be some on those early teams that aren't still with us, you suppose?
Yeah, they're up there. Well, wherever they are, they're somewhere else, and
Couldn't make it tonight.
couldn't make it tonight. My dad, he couldn't make it tonight, but I think he was a starting quarterback here from 44 and 45. He says.
You know, you'd have to talk about three teams: Minneapolis, Ada, Delphus, of course. Be a lot of people over 100 years. A couple 3,000 people, I suppose, involved.
And Jason Ford.
Well, everybody's going to take the field here. Lyons prepares to kick off. Minneapolis will receive.
Offsides and penalties. Also, Terrell Olson. Got 3 Olsons on the field tonight getting ready.
I don't hear anything.
To monitor this opening kickoff. Lining up to kick for the
All right, you're going to see the
I hear
Lions
Trace. I hear Trace.
number 85.
from Lyons, Kansas. Will be kicking off to the Minneapolis Lions.
6'5" senior.
We got Knox in the backfield, along with
Smith, number 22, is on the right side there. 3 backs, a little bit unusual. Nick Brown.
short kick.
Short kick recovered by
And Cody Moody covers
Cody Moody, number 44.
inside the 30-yard line at about the 31.
Decided not to run it. Took the safe approach. Get down on the ball. The coach says,
that is true, but
get on the ball. Be sure we keep the ball. We don't want to do anything silly.
because if he would have grabbed it, tried to run it, and then fumbled it,
Okay.
what would we be saying then?
Minneapolis comes out.
We got 1st and 10.
Brown under center, the sophomore. Cameron Knox at fullback. Gets the ball off tackle. Breaks it up the middle.
right.
Breaks the tackle. He may go all the way. He's going to be hard to catch.
And he's going to not get by the last
Well,
tackler at the
off tackle for, let's see,
That's
the
what we've been hoping
31.
for all year.
47 yards, something like that.
1-2.
Big run by
Barely,
Cameron
huh?
Knox. He's a
tackle made by
senior.
number 24.
You don't expect an off tackle first play of the game to go for 47 yards,
Yes,
but we'll take it.
we'll take it. Yes, we will.
Big Cameron Knox.
This is Trace Cree, Dave Rupert, and Dale Leach.
Ball on the 18. Ball on the 18 now.
Yep. 1st and 10 on the 18.
We don't need another 47. We just need 18, Trace.
Let's go for it, guys.
Knox over left guard.
Yep.
Once again, knocks the ball carrier off the left side of his offensive line.
Boy, if we can have Cameron run like that all
Tackle
night,
made by
we'll be
number
in
64, Tony
decent
Holwood.
shape, won't we?
A big 10-4 on that, Dale. Yes, sirree. We're on the 13. Looks like it
A
should
gain of
be
about 5 yards.
should be 2nd and 5.
for
Scoreboard's behind us here. They say it's 2nd and
Cameron
10.
Knox.
2nd and 5. Lions knocking at the door.
Brown to keep
Yeah.
over right guard.
Picked up a couple, I think, Dale.
Spencer Brown on a keeper. And he is stacked up near the line of scrimmage. By the middle of that Lion defense.
3rd and 10.
No, that's not correct.
3rd and 3. Ball on the 11. It can't be either. Yeah, it is the 11. 3rd and 3.
First quarter action,
Gain of a
homecoming
couple
night,
yards on
Minneapolis,
the keeper
Kansas.
by Spencer.
Up. Can they do that?
Yeah, I thought there was too much movement out there. Little pitch.
There it is, baby.
Schmidt to the outside.
Oh. I thought
And
he.
the pitch out to Jared Schmidt. He is dragged out of bounds
You can have-
at about the 10-yard line by number 21, Keenan Croach.
You can have more than one guy go in motion if they don't do it at the same time.
Well, that must have been what happened
Yeah.
because there was 2 people moving.
Yeah.
4th and a yard.
Lions obviously are going for it.
Short gain, 4th and a yard for the Lions.
Knocks up the center.
And the handoff goes to number 42, Big Cameron Knox.
Don't know yet, folks. We got to unpile them.
It was 3rd and 1.
No, it wasn't.
No, it's 4th.
4th and 1. Clock is not keeping up very well up there.
No, they need a lesson in.
I don't know.
Gonna measure.
Gonna measure it.
On the field for a measurement.
Well, that wouldn't be.
Carried by Knox.
You wouldn't want to see us stall out down there that close. You're going to get that close, you just won't get some points out of it.
Oh.
Once again, a reminder that the junior high cheerleaders are having a 50-50 drawing. If you don't know what that is, why, walk down there and they'll be glad to tell you. Has to do with some cash and the total amount of cash that they
I think they're going to be.
in tonight.
They're going to be short.
And basically, you get half of it. So
Short by a couple inches.
Well, you don't like to see, great opening drive there.
So the Lions
come up
will
short.
take over inside the 10 on
And
what,
the
7-yard line, 8-yard line,
the
1st
first down
and 10.
for Minneapolis. So the Lions will take over first down inside their own 10-yard line.
You need a big defensive stop here.
9:40 left, first quarter action.
Tied up in the backfield. Oh, get away.
Nope, he got out. Dale's
Out
got
to
the
the
12.
12-yard
Ball
line.
carriers keep
Alberto Contreras on the stop there.
Lions tonight. Tackle was made by Alberto Contreras.
Pretty good,
35.
pretty good gain on that play.
Yeah,
About 5 yards.
4 to 5 yards.
Gain of almost 5 yards on the run by Croach. And that'll bring up second down for Lions.
Same formation here. Shotgun formation, looking back to pass, looking left. Knocked down by.
Oh,
I think
did he
he's
catch it?
going to come down with it. Yes, he did.
Yeah. Knocked up in the air by Trevor Atkins.
And the pass was wobbled in the air, but number 24, Kevin Sechrist, came down with it. In control, and the official rules a catch. That throw good from Brett Higgins, number 3.
That is Sechrist is the grandson of an Ada alumni.
Made by Nicholas
He's the one that
Brown,
burned us for a couple
26.
touchdowns last year at
Minneapolis
Lyons.
cornerback
Who would that be?
tonight.
Sechrist.
Oh, secret.
You know, talk about that game last year. There's a game we'd like to have had back last
Yes.
year.
First down for Lions from their own 20.
Back to pass, looking right.
Oh,
Under rush. Moody has it.
yes.
Drops him for a loss. Right.
And quarterback sack on Higgins by big number 44.
On the
Cody
10-yard line.
Moody.
Wow, that's a big loss. 7 yards.
Big loss on the play after the sack by Moody. Second and 20.
We got 2nd and 20, folks, for the Lions from Lyons, Kansas. Ball's on the 10-yard line. We got 8:02 left, opening quarter, homecoming night.
Opening series here for Lions.
Great breakup by Nick Brown.
Well covered.
The coaches are happy too.
Yes. Yes, I noticed that, yes.
I'm glad you woke me up, Trace. I was looking somewhere else.
This brings up a 3rd and 20, which should be another passing down for the Lions. Big crowd here.
Well, you know, if you can hold on here, you're talking about having some pretty decent field position.
Of course, pretty good field position was the 1 yard line.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah. Have a chance to come away with the ball if we can hold them here with the ball on our half of the field.
Wide receivers either side.
Fumble.
The ball.
There's a problem.
We got it. Minneapolis, I believe, has it. Yes.
We do. All right. Well, we gave it up on what, the 8 or 7? And we get it back on the 9.
Fumble on the play. Minneapolis recovers. Corey Kaiser, the big senior, number 60, comes up with a fumble recovery for Minneapolis.
Okay, Minneapolis takes over on the 9 yard line. 7:39 left. That was a big break for the Minneapolis team if we can capitalize on it. Yes, baby.
Lonberger up the
Go!
center, touchdown. Kyle Lonberger draws first blood for the night
And
for the Lions.
Kyle Lonberger, number 2, steps into the end zone untouched for the Minneapolis score.
And the traditional
lining up for the
fireworks.
2-point conversion.
Cameron Knox with a 2-point conversion.
No good,
Think
baby.
he's
They
short.
stopped us
And
twice
Cameron
there
Knox
like
gets the
that.
handoff,
Man.
But Lyons stiffens up and denies the 2-point conversion.
Great run by
Minneapolis
Lonberger.
goes on the board with 6 points.
Nice hole open for him.
The lead
Yes,
is
and he took
contest
advantage
early.
of it.
I think
7.
Rupert Roy could have run through that.
I don't think it was that big.
Anyway, folks, the score is 6-0. And 7:34 left first quarter. Lions from Minneapolis lead.
Well, you know, I think it was destined that we were going to get some points. We just had to have it be interrupted by a series there by Lyons. Got a huge break with the fumble recovery down there.
And Minneapolis lining
We've
up
had a
to
number of those go
kick
against
off
us
after
this
that
year, so tit for tat finally.
6-point score by Kyle Lonberger.
Minneapolis will kick off.
Colton Carpenter, number 5, to kick
Lining
off
up
for
to
the
kick
Lions.
for Minneapolis, number 5, Colton Carpenter.
Taking on the 22,
Oh,
and he's sandwiched at the 28
yes, nice coverage.
And a
by
kickoff receiver.
Lonberger.
I think 57 Adkins might have also tripped him up in there. 57.
On this Lions squad.
Trevor Adkins being a senior on the team this year.
Senior leaders of this
Got his foot
Minneapolis
taped up. I think he's got a
this
cracked
year.
foot or something, or got some kind of a foot problem anyway. I guess I don't know that it's
Now
cracked.
for Lions after the kickoff by Carpenter. They'll start from their own 28-yard line.
7:28 left, folks. First quarter action. Beautiful night.
Looking right for the pass, the big tight end.
Off.
Over his head,
Intended for
just a little
number
bit.
85, Keegan Weens, is incomplete.
Throws pretty hard there, Dave.
He had something on it, sure did.
Spencer Brown on the pass coverage. 2nd and 10 now.
1 for 3 passing now for Lions. 1 completion for 6 yards in that first series.
Okay, get him.
Rolling left, caught by 53. That's who, I forgot.
53.
Ball carrier 21.
Devin Knox, yes.
But he was caught
Yeah.
back.
You know, I don't know, Dale. I haven't been keeping those stats, but I think Devin Knox, the sophomore, has probably, in my opinion, been the biggest impact player
Oh, yeah.
of the season.
He's
He really has. He has to be the leading
He
tackler.
is.
Yeah, he has really, for a sophomore, just been outstanding.
215, 6'2".
Playing a good offensive guard position, too.
Brings up a 3rd and 15, 6:50
3rd and
left.
15 now.
First
Shotgun
quarter.
formation.
Lions.
Looking right. Now he tucks it
No.
in.
They're determined to throw the ball tonight.
And Cameron Knox takes him down this
Before he
time.
gets the pass away.
Loss of another yard. 4th and 15 or 16, probably 16, 17 yards to go.
The tackle on Higgins made
4 yards.
by a couple of hard
Negative 4 yards rushing now for Lyons.
Nick Brown's back to receive the kick. We have word they're going to go for the block. We'll see. It'll be a good place for it. All the speeds up.
You got the speed on the corners.
Oh,
47.
Nope.
Awful close. Nice punt.
Brown takes it at the 46. Gets to the 50, the 49.
It was
Good arm tackle there by 13. Reached out and got him.
It was covered well by the Lions from Lyons. Minneapolis takes over the ball on our own 48-yard line. 5:59 left. First quarter action. Minneapolis leads 6-0.
And the ball ends up just inside Lion territory at the Lion 48. Minneapolis first down.
Shotgun formation for Spencer. Rolling left. Option out to Cameron Knox. He barely makes the corner, gets a couple of yards.
And the pitch out goes to big Cameron Knox, and he is driven out of bounds at the far sideline after a gain of a couple of yards.
As fast as he is, he couldn't get to the corner.
Nope.
I said Lyons had a negative 4 yards. Minneapolis now has 66 yards rushing.
Hey.
Lions.
And we got the lead.
Doing a good
Yeah, that's
job.
more important. It doesn't matter how many yards rushing you have, it's how many points you have on the scoreboard.
Very true.
Brown wide right. Shotgun formation again for Spencer Brown. Brought back to pass.
No.
Way over everybody's head.
Pass intended for Schmidt. Is
Stops the clock.
just out of
5:12.
reach.
First attempted pass
Incomplete.
for Minneapolis.
Bring up a third down.
early in the game. 5:12 remains in the first quarter.
3rd and 8. I suppose another pass and play. Who knows?
Third and 8. Shotgun formation again. Nick Brown's out right. Option right, pitch to Knox. He gets to the 44-yard line, which is going to be short of the first down.
Didn't pick up much.
Once again,
Maybe a
Cameron
couple.
Knox, the ball carrier.
About a 3-yard
And he's
gain.
Tackled by Keenan Croach, number
Didn't have
21.
enough blockers out in front of him.
Croach is one of a
Well, you know, usually doesn't need him. He kind of makes his own way down there when he can get out there one-on-one. Usually he's able to do something with that. The
They
guy
made a good tackle.
did make a nice tackle.
The Lions
gain
of
2
Minneapolis
yards, and
will
that'll bring up
punt.
a 4th and 5 for Minneapolis.
4:35 to go on the first quarter.
Crawford back to punt the ball away.
Oh, short snap. Down the field. Oh, intercepted.
And the fake punt pass is intercepted.
Way over the head of the
I missed that. Who threw that?
Brown, Spencer Brown. He was the short back. The up back. And I believe
Seacrest with the
Seacrest intercepted it.
interception of the fake punt.
Grandson of the Ada alumnus.
Jeff Crawford making the tackle.
Well, we're even now. Both teams have a turnover.
4:23 left. First quarter
The
action.
Lions will take
We
over.
recovered a fumble, and they have been the beneficiary of an intercepted pass.
At
from their own 33-yard line.
the play really didn't look good from the get-go.
Lions, 2 left.
Well, it didn't end up very good.
Yeah, when he
Shotgun
threw it, all I saw
formation.
was white shirts.
There wasn't enough blue players down there, or
All
blue
right.
jerseys down there.
Got to the line of scrimmage.
Pretty
maybe a little
impressed
more.
with the defensive line play tonight. I think they really picked it up.
Yes, they're doing well tonight, the defensive line.
Tackle made by
Yeah.
Crawford.
Oh, Devin.
and Knox.
Devin Knox and
Devin Knox.
Crawford in on the tackle there. Brings up a 2nd and 10. Clock's rolling. We're under 4 minutes left. First quarter action.
No gain. 2nd and 10.
Whoa, big hit by Devin Knox. That kid felt that.
53.
Yes. I
Ball
mean, he
carrier was
put
21, Keenan
a shoulder
Croach.
into him.
And he was
He paid a good price for that. He paid a good price for that weak yard, didn't he?
3rd and 9. That's a linebacker, I'm telling you.
3rd and 9 for the Lions from Lyons.
2 left, 2 right. Shotgun formation. Back to pass, looking left.
Once again,
Under rush.
Oh,
Crawford,
baby.
Jeff Crawford. Big hit.
Crawford.
Big loss.
It's all over him.
Jeff Crawford in on the tackle.
Back to the 25-yard line.
Loses 9 yards. That
Yeah, that's 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Depends on how you want to measure it. I'm going to call it 9, I guess.
Good play by Jeff. That should put Lions in a punting
Back to
position with
receive the
2:48 left, opening quarters.
Jared Schmidt.
Jared Schmidt and
Kyle
Kyle
Lomberger.
Lomberger to receive the punt for the Lions.
Lomberger number 2, Schmidt 22.
Nice deep booming punt. Taken by Schmidt at the 27. Trying the left side. He's got a
Schmidt
corner.
makes the return.
He's down the sideline. Cutting back right.
Yes, great
Down
run.
the-
Probably a
of the Lions.
Probably-
Great run back by Jared Schmidt.
that was probably a touchdown-saving tackle.
Yes, it was.
Nice return by Jared Schmidt.
He turned on the speed burners, I'm telling you.
Well, he's capable.
Yeah.
You know, over the years, you know, I really have been surprised he hasn't been more of a factor, even though he's a sophomore this year. And I really thought, and of course the season's not over, that he would return a kickoff before the season's over for a touchdown.
38-yard
He
line.
sure did in junior
of
high,
the
didn't he?
Yes, he
Lions
did.
From Lyons.
Saved our bacon a couple of times.
Minneapolis now.
2:19 to
From
go.
the Lions,
First quarter.
38.
Oh, Brown. Oh, he handed off to Kyle Lomberger just
The
in
handoff
time
from Spencer to Kyle Lomberger
to save from a big loss.
is caught just about at the line of scrimmage, maybe a bit behind.
Loss of a yard. 2nd and 11.
Tackle made by Tony Holdwood, number 64, and Keenan Croach, number 21. Croach being a one-man wrecking crew for this Lions defense here tonight.
Second and 11.
Brown keeps it going right, and he's caught by 3 Lions linemen.
Spencer on a keeper, and not going anywhere.
3rd and 11.
1 minute, 26 seconds left, first quarter. Minneapolis leads 6-0. October the 7th, which is 3 days before my birthday, Roop.
Really?
Yeah, Monday's my
boy
birthday.
coming up.
Okay.
And no presents, but cash. would
Yeah.
be accepted, okay?
Okay.
Okay,
Back to
fine.
pass, looking left. Brown's under pressure.
Nope.
Gets back to the
And
line of
Spencer
scrimmage where the Lions left
flushed
the
out of
punt.
the pocket, couldn't find a receiver. and he's
55
taken
seconds
down
to
at
go in the
40.
quarter.
Tackle made by Gabe Klein, number 76.
Well, that's 3 consecutive plays with no yardage. As a matter of fact, lost 2 yards in 3 plays.
And the team's battling out here at midfield. 4th down for Minneapolis. 4th and about 12. And Jeff Crawford back to punt.
Crawford to punt.
Whoa, that was nearly blocked.
Nice punt.
Bounces at the 15.
Yes.
Down at the 14 by Kyle Lomberger.
21 seconds left.
And Lomberger
Lions takes over. But boy, you're right. Our 3 rushing downs went 0.
And it's down.
You know,
on the
I wonder with the Lomberger kids and the
14-yard
Smith
line.
kids as fast as they are, can't we get outside on a sweep kind of thing? I mean,
We have done it occasionally with some success, but it hasn't turned into any or many points to speak of. Now, why that hasn't worked, I don't know. I don't know if our game film, if they're loading up their defense on the corners or what. I'm just not sure. But we haven't been terribly successful with it. But I agree with you. On paper, it looks like it ought to be there.
what's the speed
One
we
receiver
got?
to either side. The quarterback's under center. Back to the tailback. He's got a call over the center.
57, I believe that's Adkins again.
Gets out
Nice
to
stop.
17.
Ball carrier number 13, Dane Kepka. He's tackled by Trevor Atkins
It's not working.
for 57.
Well, you can
Senior
try.
linebacker for Minneapolis.
It's saying needs
Gain
head
of
needs
about
clean.
3 yards on the play, 2nd and 7. And that's the quarter. At the end of
Folks, That's the end of the first quarter. Lions from Minneapolis lead 6-0.
And the Lions with a goose egg yet, but lots more football coming up.
I wonder if Dave has any first quarter stats for us, or are we on or off, or we're on? The cameraman says.
Really.
Straight from Hollywood, by the way.
Who's that?
Our cameraman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he wishes not to be named, but he's got a lot of experience in Hollywood.
I'd like to remind you that the Minneapolis Junior Senior High Lionbackers Booster Club is sponsoring a raffle this evening for a really nice.
Anything, Roop?
Oh, well, the thing that's I guess to be noted here is Lyons basically has 8 negative yards rushing. They're 1 for 3 passing for a 6-yard completion. So basically their offense has been pretty anemic.
Also, the Ottawa County Wrestling Club is.
And you hope they don't get that solved. We've really dominated them defensively on the run tonight. Like, I don't think we've seen that. We haven't done that to anybody this season the way we've done it so far in the first quarter.
Now, we've rushed for how many yards? But, of course, one of them was that long touchdown.
Well, yeah, that was a 47-yarder, but at this point, I have us unofficially, of course, at 68 yards rushing, 0 for 1 passing.
Needless to say, it's not been an offensive battle.
No, not so far.
We're ready for the start of the second quarter, folks.
6-0 Minneapolis. Tailback dive over the right side. Taken down at the line of scrimmage by Devin Knox. Kyle Lomberg, no, Jared Schmidt. Seemed like there's a third body in there, but I didn't see a number.
Tackle made by Schmidt, number 22.
Picked up 6 yards, Dale.
Number 53.
3rd and 2, long 3 coming.
3rd and 4.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see.
Left guard
Yes.
got a big goal. Tackle by Contreras.
Ball carrier
First down
21
for the Lions.
That's their second first down.
Tackle made by Alberto Contreras. First down.
Their first down came in the first series that they ran.
Yes. Well, whoever was sitting there, I just thought I owe you one.
No, you don't.
First and 10. 11 minutes to go in the second half. Trying the right side.
Yeah, get him.
Jared Schmidt says no.
Once again,
Cameron Knox
the ball
finishes him
carrier,
off.
Number 21, but this time Schmidt and Knox.
Half a
would
yard
have no
gain,
more
maybe.
Brings up 2nd and 10, Roop.
Well, you like that. You like that tendency.
Yes, second quarter action.
Tailback dive over the right side, ran into his own blocker. Devin Knox has him.
Knox brothers being both on the left side now.
Ball carrier once again, Croach, the workhorse tonight for Lions.
They're inching their way up towards positive yards, now with only negative 3 yards rushing.
Gain of 2 yards, 3rd and 7 now for
Lions face a 3rd and 7. Should be a passing play. Never know for sure. 9:46 left, third quarter.
Back to pass. Complete to the big.
I don't know.
No.
I think we have the ball.
No, it was
They broke
incomplete.
it up. They pulled it away from him.
Weens, the big tight end,
Good defense.
is incomplete.
They pulled it away from him before he had possession.
Incomplete. Stops the clock with 9:35.
And the Minneapolis secondary making sure that Weens didn't get his hands on that pass and come down with it. 4th down, and Lions will punt the ball away.
The punt for the Lions.
Oh,
Lomberger is going to get it at the 21, trying the right side. Tripped up a little bit. There's
flag
a blocking
down,
foul,
flag down.
possibly.
going to be on Minneapolis.
at the 28-yard line.
Lonberger on
I imagine.
the return of the punt.
They're moving it up to the 30.
Penalty flag, Dale.
Tackle made by Eric Dobbins, number 51.
Holding on the Lions. 10 yards from the 30. Move it back to the 20. First and
The
10.
call is illegal block in the back. That was the reason for the flag against Minneapolis.
I say this. Maybe there was, maybe there wasn't.
I'm just going to have to go by what the referee said.
That's the first penalty of the game, I believe,
I
for
think you're
either
right,
team.
Drew. Yeah, either side, isn't it?
Yep. Well, I guess the positive thing, you can say, well, that gives us just a little more working room.
Well,
Is that being an optimist, huh?
that's an optimist. Yes, it is. I'll grant you that.
That's a little bit like the other day. I read the article. Baird, the general managers of the Royals, they've lost over 100 games last year, and he says in the paper that's just where we want to be. And I'm thinking, boy, that's making good news out of bad news, isn't it?
Boy, that's reaching. That's just where
Lions
we want to
went
be.
off
That's on our
right side.
program. I mean, we got a program working.
Yeah, we're right on schedule now.
Cody
Lost
Moody was the
105 games.
Ball carriers Cody Moody, number 44.
That was a little bit like Johnny Damon from
He's
Boston
tackled
Red
by
Sox with the
number
last 3 games
57,
against the Yankees.
David
They asked him
Johnson.
what it meant to him, and he said, "Hey, this is an important weekend."
Gain of
And I
about
thought,
3
wow,
play, second and 7
he's sharp.
now after the gain by
Little
Moody.
understatement there, huh?
Yeah, I mean, they're tied after 159 games, and he says
Second
this
7,
weekend's
8:45
important.
to go in the quarter. Crawford out wide left. Knox in a slot. Back to pass. He's looking right. Flares it out to Knox. Intercepted.
No.
He drops it.
Pretty well covered. Had 2 defenders on him.
Pass intended for Cameron Knox is incomplete and knocked away by Dane Kepka, number 13.
Stops the clock with
Third down.
8:32 in the second quarter. Minneapolis leads 6-0. We face a 3rd and 6.
Six nothing. 8:32 to go. 3rd and 6 on the 24. Option right to Lonberger.
Seemed to have
Might have got a yard.
He's down near the far sideline.
Might have got a yard.
seemed to lost our offensive punch here.
Yes,
Number
sirree.
3. Short gain, maybe a couple of yards, and it's 4th down for Minneapolis.
Need to pick up a little momentum here.
I thought that Townsend kid could maybe catch some coming off of the.
Say again.
That Townsend kid, I believe, is his
Oh,
name.
Townsend, freshman. Yeah, he's a good athlete. You know, he stands above some of the rest on the JV squad.
Punt,
Good athlete.
Crawford. Now for the
Okay.
Lions of
Gets the punt away,
Minneapolis.
it rolls down past the 40.
Goes to the 36-yard line of the
Just
Lions.
about the 36-yard line where it touches the out-of-bounds marker.
And Jared Schmidt downs it for the Lions of Minneapolis. Where LHS takes over 1st and 10.
We have an extended halftime coming up tonight to recognize those alumni from the North Ottawa.
Well, I don't know that you know, we're kind of establishing a little bit of a tendency here. That's three and outs there.
Lights, no lights, grass,
Fake
Friday
punt,
night,
punt, and punt.
whatever. Coming up at halftime, we'll have an extended length halftime to recognize.
You know, you can't hang around. You can't hang around forever. The other team likely to get something going here.
Ball
Won't
carriers
hunt forever.
number 21, Keenan Crouch.
Gets a yard.
Tackle made by Contreras and Cody Moody. Gain by Crouch of about 2 yards, 2nd and 8 now.
Popcorn must be pretty good, Trace. Here's a guy with
By
3
God,
bags.
Yeah, you betcha, man.
Bill Buck Anderson.
It was? That's old Bucky?
Yeah.
2nd and 8.
Tailback dive over the right side.
Once again, the handoff goes
Couple
from
for
Higgins
yards.
to Roach. And he is stopped by
Little. 60.
They're in positive rushing territory now with 6 positive yards.
Wow.
3rd and 3.
And they've got.
But we got a ton of yards, 6 points to show. They have no yards and are only behind by 6.
You betcha. That can be scary.
Guys, it's all yours. I'm going to go for
Oh.
that.
Stacked him up in the middle there. Again, sophomore Devin Knox in on the stop, 47. Jeff Crawford,
This time, number 32,
who's been
Brandon Skinner.
a big part of the defense this season, number 47.
And once again, Crawford and Knox. Devin Knox.
Brings up 4th down.
4th down for the Lions. From Lions, they're going to
Fourth
punt.
down for Lyons.
6:01 left, second quarter, excuse me. Punts off. Minneapolis calls fair catch.
Crawford nearly with the block punt.
Lions
second
to
late.
Minneapolis
That's
take
the-
over.
And Minneapolis will take over from their own.
That's the second punt that Crawford has had a beat on.
Yeah.
He just narrowly missed it. He may get one before the night's
Let's
over.
hope so.
You get one more step, he's going to have a
Yeah.
punt blocked.
Minneapolis' ball on the
At
34-yard
this time,
line.
visiting alumni, we'd like to invite any member of a North Ottawa County football team, Ada Wildcats, Delphus Maroons, Minneapolis Lions, that was the member of one of the following to please join us at the
Knox
Knox
has the
gets
ball.
outside.
straight away.
He's a load when he gets out there one-on-one or one-on-two.
Visiting alumni here tonight, and you are a member of one of the following teams. If you are an undefeated team, if you're a member of an undefeated team in any of the 3 mentioned schools, please join us at the north end of the stadium. If you are a member of a league champion squad from Ada, Delphus, or Minneapolis, if you're a member of a league champion
Folks,
squad,
2nd and
please
7.
join us at the north end of the stadium.
Lions
for the
have the
halftime
ball.
ceremony.
They're in a shotgun
And
position.
finally, if you're a member of a state playoff team,
Yes, oh, baby.
if you are a member of a state playoff
Oh,
team,
man, the pass was
for the
there.
Wildcats of Ada, the Maroons
It
of
just
Delphus,
didn't fall
or the
in the right
Lions of
hands.
Minneapolis, please join us.
Oh,
at
Nick
the
Brown
north end of
just
the
couldn't
stadium
quite come up
for
with
our
it.
halftime
You know, it's a
ribbon
crisp, cool night, and, your hands just aren't quite as flexible tonight. It's a little bit chilly. The ball just gets a little bit hard in this kind of
Slid right through
weather
his fingers.
conditions.
Hey, it was there.
Yeah, it hit him.
Okay, 3rd and 7.
It would have been a
again.
nice reception
Oh,
had he got it.
yeah. Brown back to pass. Nope, no good. Over to
And the
Knox.
pass is just past the outside.
0 for 4 now, passing.
Cameron Knox from Spence Brown.
Brings up the punting situation. Again, 3 and out.
And that'll bring up a fourth
We haven't
down.
been able
Once
to
again,
move the ball very effectively in the last four
No, that's-
alumni,
You know,
Offensive.
that's not gonna cut the cake.
somewhere down the road you're going to have to do something.
if you're a member of an undefeated team, a league champion, or a state playoff squad,
Very nice punt.
we want to recognize you here at halftime tonight. Please join us at the north end of the stadium.
Ball out on the looks like
And we'll
out of
do
bounds
that
off the
at halftime
26.
Coming up in 5:01.
The Lions 26. Well, of course, both teams, the last, well, as a matter of fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, both teams, 4 drives, 4 and out, or 3 and out.
Yeah. Okay, Lions, from Lions breaks huddle with 5:01 left. 1st and 10 from their 26. Second quarter action. He's back to pass. That's up. It looks good.
Up for
possibly,
grabs.
but oh, fine play by Minneapolis.
Pretty well covered.
Yeah, we covered that good. Number 26 had her all the way.
Nick Brown on the coverage there.
Nick Brown there. Had her read. Very good. Stops the clock with 4:54.
Lyons is now 1 for 5 passing. 1 completion way early in the game. Matter of fact, the second play of the game for 6 yards.
Yeah.
Since then, they've been unable to convert on a passing play.
2nd and 10. a handoff.
A little wiggle room on the left
Yeah.
side there.
Hey, fumble.
Well, let's see. What are they going to say here?
Fumble.
Minneapolis kids seem to think we have it. And it depends. It only matters, though, what the guy with the striped shirt say.
And it doesn't appear right at the moment, Ruth.
Yeah, they're thinking about it.
Official timeout as the officials discuss whether the ball came out before or after.
Yeah. I bet $50 they don't. Okay, still belongs to the Lions from Lyons. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
And Lyons retains possession after the fumble. 3rd down from their own 31.
Should bring up a pass and play route. Never know. We got a man out wide. 2 out left. 1
3rd
out
and
right.
5. Batted down at the line of scrimmage.
And the pass is
I think that must have been Moody from the action on the field. I saw a hand go up. I wasn't sure who it was, but I think that was Moody who got a hand on the pass and batted it down. Yeah.
He had it red all the way, didn't he?
Catching it over in the far flat.
Brings up, again, 3 and out for Lyons.
Well, four minutes, 27 seconds left, second quarter action. Lions lead 6-0. There's a kickoff. Schmidt takes the ball. He's coming our way.
And Jared
At the 35.
Look at him go,
Gets the
folks.
corner.
Look at him go.
Look out.
He's gone, baby. Color him gone. Touchdown, Lions. Yes. Dave Rupert said it. Dave said he watched him in junior high. He knew he could break one, and he broke one, Dave.
Looked pretty good. I've seen it before.
Yes, that was great. He's a sophomore. You could see it from up here real well, couldn't you?
60. I think I have it about a 62-yard return, something like that.
That's going to be close, and had a few blockers, and he read them well, and that's a good play. That gets us up there a little. Because if we can't move it offensively, we need big plays like that, Roop.
I believe they may have.
Yes, sir.
They did on a pass play to Cameron Knox. Just gets inside the pylon there for the 2-point conversion.
14-0, 4:08 left. There's a fireworks going off, provided by CRC Plating.
63 yards. That's the stuff you see on highlights on Friday night.
Roop, have you had any turkeys break any windshields?
I have had, as a matter of fact, not lately, but I did have one the other day. As a matter of fact, Daniel Leach, Dale's son, came in here about, it's maybe been a year ago now, who hit a turkey. So, there's been.
I see there are turkeys up in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And around, and I mean, there's turkeys in
I
town.
was going to say, I knew there was some turkeys up there. But
there's turkeys all over town, but we won't name them. I was referring to the animal. But we've been called worse, haven't we, Ruth? I'm sure if we've been in business long as we have.
Okay.
14-0, 4:08 left. Hey, big play there by the sophomore.
Got a corner, and I tell you what, he's got the speed. He can turn it on.
Cut her back in, away he was gone.
Once again,
gives a little momentum here to the Lions to finally be ahead 14-0.
Yep, you like that.
Okay, there's a kickoff. He went nowhere. He went to the 36-yard line.
And the kickoff taken.
You don't want to give up field position here.
Of course, me being a riverboat gambler, how about a fake route?
Not me. We'd already tried that once, remember?
Okay, well. Yeah, okay, punts off.
Need a bounce here.
Yes.
We do get a bounce.
Look at that bounce. They got it. Smith's on him. Yes.
Before it's finally taken by the Lion backman.
Lions were all over that.
Jared Schmidt with the tackle. And Kaiser.
Ball roughly on the 20-yard line here.
A final announcement for the Minneapolis Junior High cheerleaders, their 50-50 raffle they're having. They're going to draw for that prize at halftime. So you still got about 2.5 minutes to get down there and buy your ticket for this 50-50 drawing, and that'll be coming up at halftime.
Lions back to pass over his head. Not much effort there.
Pass
A little over his head.
1 for 9.
One of two things there, Mr. Cameraman. Either he was too short or the ball was too high or something.
Coming up at halftime, we're going to first be entertained by the Minneapolis High School.
All these passing plays, the clock's not running down very fast.
No, sirree.
Of our North Ottawa County football alumni that have arranged.
Of course,
to be with
we get
us.
paid by the hour, Roop, so you know. I mean,
That's right.
I mean, you know, let her roll. Only kidding, folks. Okay, he's back to pass. Flag up. I don't know what that's going to be about.
Higgins on a keeper, scrambles.
But he
up
didn't
to the
get-
30-yard line, but we have a flag down.
I don't know what that flag would have been about that early. I might have missed that there, but they'll let us know.
Tucked it up and ran. One of their better rushing plays of the evening right there on a busted pass play.
Officials are conferring.
It appears that it would be against Lyons. Procedure call.
Oh, against the Lions from Lyons.
Yeah.
Illegal procedure against Lyons, and that will back them up.
Turned a 8-yard rushing play into quite a bit less than that. Would have been 3rd and 1 or 2. Is now 2nd and 15 roughly.
Yeah. And that has not been very good for Lions from Lyons in them situations.
That being their
timeout.
Unless I'm wrong, I think that is their first. That is their first penalty, I believe. We have one and they have one. A 5-yard penalty, although it wasn't the penalty. The 5-yard penalty is nearly as much as it was the negation of the nice run by the quarterback.
High cheerleaders tonight. You can get down there yet here before halftime and buy a chance to win that 50-50 drawing.
Well, both coaches conferring with their teams here with 2:20 to go remaining in the first half.
So both teams are kind of taking some instructions from their coaches here with 2:20 left. Minneapolis with a 14-0 lead. Like we said earlier, at halftime will be some special ceremonies for some of the best football teams that Minneapolis High has produced.
I suppose if we were really a super sharp organization, we'd have the coaches mic'd during this game, and we'd be able to give insight into what's going on in those huddles.
That's the next step.
Yeah.
Yes.
Linebackers Booster Club.
I see.
Would also like to take this opportunity.
I see they have a booth ready for us to move in as soon as they can get her up off the ground. Over here.
Well, I suppose they're waiting for basketball season.
I think so.
Thank everyone who participated and all the community businesses that supported the Linebackers Golf Tournament. Thank you very much.
Well, evidently they decided they hadn't talked it over quite enough. They're gonna do it again. Coach might have changed his mind. I'm not sure what happened there.
Also another reminder for the Linebackers Booster Club.
We'll be right back, folks.
For the Stadium Black Club is a nice smoker grill that they're selling chances on. So be sure and...
Okay, folks, 2:20 left.
Well.
Lions with the ball. They back up. They pass.
With a pass.
It's completed. He picks up about 13 yards possibly. He had 2nd and 16 to go. Clock continues to run. They did not get out of bounds. That's going to bring up about what looks like about a 3rd and 5.
Well, we got timeout again. Now we want to talk about it.
That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Minneapolis calls timeout here.
So we want to talk it over. We don't want to let anything slip away.
You know,
last minute 15.
Trace, if we hold them here, obviously they're going to need to punt. We're going to get the ball back with roughly a minute 30 or so, and could have the ball somewhere inside or around the 50-yard line.
Yes, sir.
Conceivably could be in a position to put some points on the board here.
Well, this is a big third down play. We sure don't want them to pick it up and keep the momentum, but Lions,
and I suppose that's why Minneapolis calls the timeout here to, reinforce to the kids that defense right here could be a game winner. As a matter of fact,
we got the timeouts to spare, obviously.
That's right.
So
can't take them with you.
You can't take them with you. Lyons back to pass. He's rolling.
Got some pressure.
Oh, baby!
Broken up.
Almost intercepted.
Pass fires into the left sideline.
I don't see who it was for Minneapolis.
Nearly picked off by Jared Schmidt.
Jared Schmidt almost picked her off, stops the clock with 1:54. It should bring up fourth down for the Lions. It should put them in a punting position. Like Roop said, this could give us great field position.
Here could be that block right here.
Yeah, I think that,
you would have to say so. They've got speed on the corners. They got Schmidt, Townsend out here on the left side who are capable of getting there. Schmidt goes for it.
Oh, baby.
Nope.
Didn't get her.
Good punt.
Nice punt. Nice.
Nick Brown.
Nope.
On the return.
He went sideways.
Yes. Okay.
But stops the clock with 1:44 left. First half action. Minneapolis has the ball. Has the lead. 14-0. Minneapolis breaks huddle.
Timeout again. Equipment timeout. A blood timeout, I think. Number 3, I think the referee indicated he had some blood on his hand there. Going to take him out, towel him off a little bit. Minute 44 remain in the half. Minneapolis on the 38, on our 38 here.
Yep. Lions set up. Brown at quarterback. He's looking.
Uh-oh. Narrowly slips.
He did not get out of the pocket in time.
Going to be a loss of about 3. Okay, maybe 2. Loss of 2.
See, Roop, I don't remember. Was you Homecoming King?
I remember. I wasn't. No, I sure wasn't.
Yeah. Do you think I was? I don't think.
I don't remember. See, I was gone by that time.
Yeah, you were gone. I was just a kid, but no, I didn't make her. Brad Comfort did.
I think Brent Johnson was the Homecoming King in my class.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you go to a dance? Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, I didn't miss the dances.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Yeah. Just drank pop, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, no doubt about it. Okay, there's a pass. Oh.
A helpful tip from the sideline.
Good.
Number 1 helps him out there, tips it back to him. I think that's Holloman on the sideline that tipped the ball back to him. Or did. I'm not sure what just happened there. They called that a reception.
Yeah, inbounds.
I'm not sure what happened. I think I didn't see what happened there.
Well, I know this, my friend. We got 3rd and 7 with 1:29.
That was a reception, was it not?
Yes, it was.
Okay. We're 1 of 8 now.
Oh, my.
A gain of 3. 3 total yards passing.
Brown back.
64. We got.
Okay, thank golly we stopped them, but. Oh, mercy.
That's our second turnover, second interception. We were intercepted on that fake punt earlier.
Yeah.
And this is the second interception we've had. Okay. Minute 21. We've been at under about 2.5 minutes for the last 30 minutes, it seems like. It hasn't been 30, but it's been quite a while.
I think I've aged.
Before half.
Okay, Lions breaks huddle. They'd like to get on the scoreboard naturally with a minute 21 left. They're back to pass. He is nailed.
Knox on the tackle. 42. Big 42.
Yeah, Cameron Knox.
Loss of a yard.
Now they might be out of timeouts. I'm not sure, but
Cameron Knox, number 42.
clock's rolling 1:05. They're on the 31. They're not quite knocking on heaven's door yet, but they're there.
They're going to have a couple of more plays depending on how many passes they try to throw here.
51 seconds left. 2nd and 11. Lions with the ball. Quarterback takes snap, pitches out, tries to go around the corner.
All right, nice stop
21
by Jeffrey Crawford there, defensive end.
Yeah.
Comes in and
Dragged down in the backfield by Jeff.
does a good job of stuffing that play
You betcha.
for a loss of about 5 on that,
Yeah.
which they had 5 yards net yards rushing, and that just now negated that. So
that's
let's just call it even. At this point, they've got no yards rushing at this point.
On the play, and
They
that brings
got
up
one play left,
third and
probably. 3rd and 15. I would expect them to go for downtown, Charlie Brown.
Just will throw it for the pylon, huh?
He's back. He's looking.
Yes, he is.
It's up in the air.
We got it covered.
Minneapolis
Interception.
intercepts the ball.
He's still,
That,
Alberto Contreras, number 35, pulls
Yes.
down the interception.
he's everywhere, Dave.
Turnover. That is the second
Alberto Contreras
turnover for Lions.
kicked around, bobbled, and Contreras holds it in
With
for the interception.
1 second left in
And
the first
Minneapolis
half.
regains possession.
Let's just end this thing here. What do you think? Let's not throw a touch or let's not throw a interception here. We think we
Yeah,
ought to
let's-
just
yeah,
let's just
or-
go to half with our 14 points. Be happy about it. What do you
yeah.
think?
We probably have.
Of course, we're not in charge of making calling the plays, are we?
No. But surely you would just fall on it.
Hand off to Knox. No
Folks,
gain.
that's the end of the first quarter. Minneapolis leads at halftime, 14-0. Both teams will be heading in, and then we'll be having some activities during the halftime here.
Halftime show coming up. Coming Centennial Celebration highlight handout. If you didn't get one of these handouts tonight, please grab one on your way out. Once again, gentlemen, alumni of the Ada Wildcats, the Delphus Maroons, and all the Minneapolis High School teams, we thank you for your victories. We cried with you in your defeats. Thank you very much for your Friday night entertainment on the gridiron here at Delphus and Ada. Thank you so much for making the effort to be with us tonight, and congratulations to all of you. And now we'd like to have the drawing for the Minneapolis Junior High cheerleaders 50-50 drawing. Completing his 19th season as an assistant coach of the Minneapolis High Football Lions. Strength coach, line coach, he's done it. We wish to recognize the exemplary service and great attitude and motivation that Mr. Giles exudes every season in helping to develop the character and skills of the young athletes of MHS. Thank you, Mr. Giles, and we hope you continue for many years to come. As the recognition of all of the alumni.
Okay, folks, we're ready for the start of the second half of homecoming night. Minneapolis leads once again, 14-0.
Let me run down a little bit on the stats for the first half here. Lions, 14 rushing plays for 5 net yards rushing, 2 of 11 passing for 19 yards passing, 27 total plays for a total of 24 yards.
Ouch.
That would maybe account for no points in the first half, huh?
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
2 first downs for Lions. 1 penalty, 1 fumble lost, 1 interception lost for 2 turnovers, 6 punts. Score, Minneapolis 14, Lions 0.
All righty, we're just seconds away from the opening kickoff. Minneapolis will kick off to the Lions from Lyons. There it is. Boots off, nice boot. They get it at the 20, 25, 30, 33-yard line, and he's brought down. That's where the Lions will take over possession. 1st and 10.
Kickoff return by Peyton Griffin, number 12.
About the 34-yard line.
Number 50.
You know, I guess if I was to give an overall impression of the first half, Lions just isn't very athletic.
Yeah, that would be well, that might go down in history as one of the greatest
observations.
You know, kind of like. Well, I don't know what to say, Roop. Yes, they are not very athletic. Lions has the ball.
Handoff goes to Keenan Croach.
They went nowhere.
21.
They went nowhere. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've done that quite a bit during the first half with 5 rushing yards. They went nowhere pretty consistently.
Yeah, they. I guess I'd try something else. I don't know what, but you know.
I guess they're going to give them a short yard possibly. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Call that a yard. 6 total yards rushing for Lions.
It's a pitch out. To roll out. There he goes. Oh, nice tackle by the Lions. He only picked up a couple.
Croach is the ball carrier.
Moody and Brown on the stop. Not much room on that corner. They go to the short side of the field.
Shut him down.
Not much success there.
3 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
Should bring up a 3rd and 7 for the Lions from Lyons.
Is Dale involved with festivities after during his half?
Well, that I do not know. We'll take it for as far as we can. Okay, Lions facing 3rd and 7. He's back to pass. Yeah, he's got her, Dave.
One of the more successful plays that they've run.
Yes, sirree. 1st down.
Pass is caught by Kevin Secret, number 24.
Yep. Move the chain gangs.
Tackle made by Schmidt, number 22.
We had him at 3rd and 7. Nice pass play.
Right at midfield. Ball at the 50-yard line.
Ball on the 50-yard line, folks. 10 minutes, 30 seconds left. 3rd quarter action. Minneapolis leads 14-0.
We lost Dave's audio.
About a 10-yard. We don't have it. Something we're taking up. Here we go. Now we're ready. Yeah, am I in there now?
Lions on a sweep. Look at him go, folks. 1st down. Davey went around that corner, cut the corner.
Ball carrier Dane Kepka, number 13.
Picked up, it looks like.
Tackle made by
About 11
another
yards.
1st down.
They'll move the chain gangs again. They've come out this.
How much did they gain there? About
11.
11, okay. 11. They must have went in at halftime and made some adjustments.
Actually 12 if you want to get
technical. All right, let's do 12. Let's be technical as we can.
Hey, Lions is doing something, Dave. I mean, 9:52 left. They got a couple 1st downs right off the bat. Lions snaps the ball. Oh, it's a broken play. It went nowhere.
A little confusion in the Lions backfield.
They have 2 1st downs in this first drive, and that ties the amount of 1st downs they had in the entire first half.
Well, heck, they might as well take her easy then. I mean, they've already accomplished what they had the first half. Okay, folks, that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. 9:20 left, 3rd quarter action. Pitch out to number 13 again. No, he went nowhere, but he might have picked up a couple. He was not as successful as he was previously.
They had 5 net yards rushing in the first half. They now are at 23, so they're moving the ball here. most consistent drive by either team right here.
Lion power line on it. The winner of the stadium blanket drawing
Brings
is
up
Miranda Oldfield.
3rd and 10, I believe.
I should have put some money in on that blanket drawing tonight, Trace. I could have used it. It's kind of chilly
Well, yeah. Okay, there's a pitch out. Hey, ball's loose.
on the carpet, but I think it's been recovered.
Yep, they got her.
Fumble in the backfield, but Lions.
That's why I wore my overalls, Roop.
Good choice. Going to bring up 4th down, loss of a yard.
I make a good choice every now and then.
Retain the Lions possession.
That's going to bring up 4th and 10. From the 45-yard line, 40-yard line.
Raffled tonight by the Lionbackers Booster Club, Miranda Oldfield.
I don't know who all the powers were that put together the 100-year celebration for football, but it was certainly a nice celebration here. Lots of turnout. One of the biggest crowds I've seen at a football game for MHS.
Yes, there's no doubt about that.
It's really brought the people out, and considering we're 0 for this season, to see this kind of people out here is really encouraging.
Very good.
4th and 12.
All right, there's a punt.
Lions will punt the ball
Punt's
away.
off. Punt's picked up by Schmidt.
Schmidt.
He's trying to find something. He did.
Punt return.
He found the white
and
guys.
goes nowhere as the Lion defense covers.
Okay, ball belongs to Minneapolis. Somewhere around, we'll see here. We'll spot the ball for you.
Let's talk a little bit about Minneapolis' first half. This is their first drive, of course, of the second half. So let's talk about a little bit about their first half performance here. 17 rushing plays for 74 yards, 1 of 8 passing, 3 yards net passing, 26 total plays for 77 total yards offense in the first half. But Trace, a lot of that came on that opening or the second play of scrimmage, 47 yards by Knox.
You take that away, my friend.
I missed an exciting touchdown run there in the second quarter. Was that Jared Schmidt?
Yeah, it was.
What
Matter of fact,
kind of play was that?
return.
Punt return. All right.
If you'd come over here behind me so I could hear you a little better, Dale, I think it'd work better.
Tony Holdwood, number 64.
Well, I'm resting my body.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Okay, folks. 2nd and 8 for the Lions.
Gain of 1, maybe.
13-yard line.
Come on, old buddy.
7-11 left. Third quarter action. Lions lead 14-0. Third quarter.
So Dale's back with us now.
Looky there.
Knox.
Look
out.
He's got an open field.
Knox is going. 50, 45, 40, 30, 20.
Touchdown.
10, 5. Touchdown, Lions.
He was on the the 17-yard line. An 83-yard touchdown run.
Folks, he took her all the way.
That'll put a spike in your running offense.
Betcha. We've been waiting for Mr. Knox to break loose this season. Nothing better than homecoming night.
That just turned 75 yards of total rushing into 168 real quick.
Touchdown run.
And
255-pound running back Cameron Knox.
Great play.
well, I can tell you this, I wouldn't want to be isolated out there on number 42 coming down the field, would you?
I know this.
Yeah, I'd find a way to fall down.
Hamstring. Hamstring
And
went
he
out,
takes
Coach.
out at the 4-yard line.
Nope.
No, that didn't go anywhere.
20-0, 6:47 to go in the third quarter.
83-yard touchdown run by Cameron Knox.
20-0.
Marcus
Dale
Martinez
Leach,
and Kevin Secret.
Trace Cree, Dave Rupert, and the mystery cameraman, straight from Hollywood.
He does a fantastic job.
Well, he learned it all in California.
Dale, run down a little bit about who all was involved in putting together the 100-year activity tonight. That was a very, very good, well done. Did you write all that? Did you do it?
Me, yeah.
Dale, good job. That was a very special moment for a lot of people.
Dale,
Thank you.
guys that just played for Delphus freshmen weren't really included in this thing. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, they're not.
Because I played.
Alumni that are
Yeah.
attending tonight's
And
game. You're gonna be here through the weekend.
You could
Tomorrow
have
night,
stood up
Saturday
as
night,
Yeah, but we lost every game and only scored
Well,
one
I
touchdown.
was on
Being sponsored
my
by the class of
4 years,
1985.
we
Admission
won
is
maybe.
$5. There'll be a
You
DJ
couldn't count
for
the
music, and this will
wins
be
on 2 hands,
downtown
I mean,
Minneapolis.
couldn't fill up 2 hands in the wins we had in 4
The Blue
years.
Store.
But we didn't recognize any.
Well, I think, Dale, the team a year ahead of you, of course, I was on that team, and we did something that year that stood out for a long time.
The main thing that happened then was winning home.
No,
That's right.
Kick, outside kick.
The Lions have it.
No.
Spencer or Jared Schmidt.
I don't know. I'm not sure that the referee doesn't seem to be convinced.
Yes, it would.
Officials will have to rule if it went
Well,
the
if we
required
touched it before it went 10 yards, it's no
before being
good.
Oh, now come
And
on.
it's just inside the 49-yard line.
Evidently, the ball's going to be counted down here. Must have been touched by a
I
defense.
don't know about
So
that.
we might
Oh,
have.
well.
The ball advanced
Yeah.
the
We might
required
have.
10 yards.
No,
I have some inside information that says yes, it was a fair call.
we tried to recognize everybody that was here that played. I mean, everybody had an effort of some type in practice, pain, and whether they got much joy of victory or not.
Well, I tell you what, I've been to a lot of high school games. I've never seen anything that I thought came close to that particular event that happened here tonight. Pretty special night,
First and
Dale.
10 from the 49.
Thank you.
49.
Big
Oh,
hit
he's
in
bailed,
behind the
folks.
line. Who's 60? I forgot.
That is Kaiser.
Kaiser. Huge hit, breaking through.
And they got nothing.
Less than nothing. -4.
I gave all my paperwork to my wife when I went to get a drink, and I forgot to pick it back up.
What were you
That brings Lyons now down to 18 yards total yards rushing.
I couldn't find my Pepsi you knocked off.
Oh, you didn't?
I went down there and looked for that darn thing.
I bet some kid got it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
not down
Lyons
there.
is coming up to the ball now.
It's not down there.
Official timeout. We have not sure what just happened there, but the officials were not ready to play
Back
ball.
to pass, looking right. Rolls right. Almost intercepted. Covered by Jared Schmidt.
Higgins scrambling for the sideline, trying to find a receiver. And the
Three
pass is
for
incomplete.
13 passing now
We
for
have a
the
holding
Lions.
penalty on the Lions at the 30.
That would be Lions only their second penalty of the game. That the first one being an illegal procedure for 5 yards. So pretty much a penalty-free game.
If
Yes.
they mark that off from the point of infraction, that's going to be a huge loss. A huge loss.
Now, I want to ask a question. I just want one answer, not a dialogue. K-State, KU tomorrow. The winner will be.
K-State.
I'll tell you what.
No. Just
It hurts me, KU.
The Lions declined.
Cameraman from Hollywood says K-State.
3rd and 15.
I say K-State.
Back to pass under huge
Oh.
rush.
Oh. Yes.
Intercepted by Jared Schmidt.
There it is.
Let him go.
Intercepted by Jared Schmidt.
Taken out of bounds at the Lions 40.
To about the 37. He's driven out of bounds.
4-yard line. There was tremendous pressure there by, I couldn't see who.
Darren Allison.
Two
knocking
Lions
Schmidt
from
out
Minneapolis
of
had
bounds.
breathing down that quarterback's neck, and he threw it too early. And Jared Schmidt was opportunistic and stepped in front of it.
The third turnover for Lions. Well, I'll tell you what, I guess we won't have to play that game. The three of you said KSU, and I'd have to be for KSU. I said I think KU will win the game, but since you guys, it's 3-1, I don't think we have to play the game. We'll just call them and tell them we decided that Kansas State won.
Hand off to Lomberger, and he's
Oh, but
Cuts
he
back
broke
left.
free. Yes,
He's
look
got
at
some
him go.
blockers.
Lomberger's still on his feet. Back across the 40.
He
and
should have.
finally out of bounds.
Chuck,
At
he
about
should have cut
Close to
inside.
the first down.
That's him better than that. He's where his blockers were.
Marcus Martinez, number 80.
You know, I'd have
That's
to.
pretty good. I thought he was dead meat.
You know, he finally got around there, and then he was able to follow Cameron Knox, and you know that wouldn't be a bad guy to be leading on the block out there.
I thought he was dead meat back there. He got away. He's down to the 37-yard line. We had a guy here from Hawaii tonight, guys.
Who was that?
Harold Doobie from the class of 40 in Delphus.
After the scramble by
Buck Anderson.
Lomberger, it sets up a second.
Is that the guy, that older gentleman with the beard?
Kane,
Yeah.
Okay, folks, 2nd and 3rd for the Lions. Hand off to Knox.
Carrier.
Yeah, he got her. He powered
Knox,
over.
the ball carrier.
Now,
Big number 42.
here's a sad but interesting fact. That'd be only our second first down of the game.
Really?
Yes.
Been long play.
Yeah, 175 yards rushing, 2 first downs.
And the official signal first down for Minneapolis.
I'd almost think that'd be impossible, wouldn't it?
Well, yes.
Maybe I made a mistake. I don't know, but I don't think so.
No.
1st and 10 Lions from the 34-yard line. Spencer Brown, option right, pitches to Kyle Lomberger. He does not make the corner, loses 2 yards.
They strung it out on us.
At
We
the
need-
35.
We need some blockers out there helping them, I think. 4 minutes, 58 seconds left, folks. Third quarter action.
Lost on the play as a result of the tackle by Kepka and Higgins. 2nd and 12 now.
4:44 left, third quarter. Lions in a commanding 20-0 lead, searching for their first victory of the year. It's looking good, Dave
We're
Rupert.
knocking on the
You got to like 20-0.
We're knocking
Of
on
course,
the door. That
I tell you what, last week I went home and was making fun of my son when K-State was up 17, and I said, you think they'll hold it? I thought I was joking. Turned out I wasn't.
K-State wasn't up 17 last week.
I think, weren't they?
No.
Timeout for equipment.
Kansas City, I'm sorry. Wrong game. Same result. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, no, it was Kansas State. It was the Chiefs.
down in
It was,
Philadelphia.
it was the Chiefs.
Down in Norman.
They were up by 17, and I thought, why, they're cruising.
Brown rolling left. He's caught. Dropped for a loss.
Whoops.
Back
Spencer is sacked in the backfield
at the 45-yard line of the Lions.
That's a big loss.
Keegan
They
Williams,
got a
number 85.
forward progress to the 44.
In for the
46.
sack.
44, excuse me. 3rd and 25.
Lost about what on that? About 10?
Yeah.
3rd and 20 now for Minneapolis.
Clock is
Roughly.
rolling, 3:53.
162 rushing. 1 of 8 passing for Minneapolis with a 3-yard net passing yardage.
Brown rolling left. Options to Kyle Lomberger. He's got a couple blockers.
And he's down
Going to pick up about 5.
at the near sideline, just about the 38-yard line.
To the 39. Now they're going to block him right at the 40.
Forced out by
Way short of the first down.
number 24.
Well, this
16 yards to go.
is 4 down territory or not?
You can't hardly punt and go into the unless you can short kick it somehow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ball is spotted on the 40-yard line.
I don't know. The players are looking to the sideline here, trying to get a sense of direction. They're going to go for it, you think? Yeah. Okay. A lot of game left, up by 20. I'm not sure that I wouldn't go for the short and try to get field position.
Put him back on the 10 to 15, 20.
They don't pay me to coach.
Anybody that can exhibit a short pooch kick this year.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Well, I think I would have tried to get it inside to 15 and go for field position. But this is the
Spencer Brown back to pass.
He's got a man.
Almost caught by
Intended for Kyle
Lomberger.
Is incomplete.
Just a little out of his grasp.
Dave Kepka on the coverage.
So the MHS Lions give up the ball at the 40-yard line of the Lions.
I think that's the second time that we have given the ball up on 4th down.
At their own 40.
Hey, Don. Okay, Lions from Lions takes over with 3:22 left. Third quarter action, 1st and 10.
Back, he's under rush, and he is taken down by Crawford. Jeff Crawford gets him.
Higgins is wrapped up in
2-yard
the
loss.
by Jeff
Jess had a good
Crawford,
game.
Number 47.
1-yard loss, excuse me. 2nd and 11 coming up.
What are some of the festivities that are occurring in connection with this 100-year celebration, Dale? Can you tell us a little bit about?
Done now.
Tell me about some of the things that you did.
We had those that wanted to participate in the homecoming parade. And then we came up here to the high school, look over some old records and memorabilia.
Back to pass here.
Looking left.
We got him. Wide open. Nobody out there.
Big completion. Spencer Brown takes him down
And the pass is complete to Dave
at the 30-yard line.
Almost a 30-yard pass there.
Boy, he was open.
And then they had the tailgate meal. We had some honorary team captains chosen by lot.
30-yard
to go out for
play.
the coin flip.
Higgins to Kepka.
And of course the halftime activities you
Tackled
saw.
by Nicholas Brown.
And then we honored Coach Giles for his 19 years of service.
And it's a
There's
first down
an
for
assistant
Lyons
coach.
at the
Yeah.
Minneapolis 30.
So lots of activities with the 100-year celebration.
2:23 left, third quarter. Lions, 1st and 10.
Back to pass, looking left.
And Higgins is back to pass
Complete
again. Pass is
to
complete.
Seacrest. Nick Brown takes him down.
They're picking.
No, I think that was Spencer, 16.
Yeah,
Oh, you're right. I saw the 6.
they're picking on that side.
You had it right. It was Brown.
Yep.
For 24. Spencer Brown.
Pick up the first down.
We produced
And it's
a
another
real
first
nice
down for Lyons.
historical perspective that kind of gave a condition on what we based this celebration on, and then listed all the teams that were champions or undefeated that were out here.
Yep.
And then they took a football quiz, multiple choice football quiz for prizes.
Lame duck for reception there.
No,
And it was quite a tough quiz.
they're passing route.
Well, maybe you ought to share some of the questions. Maybe some of our viewers would know some of the answers. Do you happen to know
Who
off?
was the only Minneapolis high school player that ever
Right
turned
at the
pro?
Far sideline, gained good.
Was he here tonight, by the way?
Played the NFL. No, he's long
Pat
gone.
McCain.
On the pass play.
No. I had the choices of, let's see, Mark Allison, Jerry
No.
Baker, Elvin Tiny Feather, Tex Hawker, or Dale Leach.
Yeah, well, let's see. Shall we eliminate some down the
It
road?
was Feather.
It must have been, because I don't know.
Legal procedure is going to be the call.
Elvin
And the whistles
Tiny
were blown
Feather,
before the snap.
graduate in
against Lyons.
1922,
5 yards, penalty.
played fullback for K-State, and went on to 4 NFL teams.
Well, I didn't know that.
And another question was in 1929, in November of 1929, when Ada came to Minneapolis for the annual Thanksgiving game. How did they get here? By train,
Plane or automobile?
Model T,
Cattle truck.
horse and wagon, or walk?
I don't know.
And
What would you
Higgins
say?
throws the pass.
Oh,
They say cattle truck.
And Cody Moody is all over him.
They walked.
no kidding.
They walked. Couldn't afford the gas, I guess.
Well, I can understand that now.
Newt Umberger told me that. His dad told
That'll
me
bring up
that.
a 3rd and 5
dad was on that
for
team.
Lyons from the Minneapolis 15-yard line.
Folks,
Well, Lions is putting together a little drive
they're
here.
on the 15-yard line.
Started
right?
on their own 40, are now on the 15-yard
Yes,
line,
sir.
knocking on the door here. That 20-point
Back
lead.
running left.
Get him.
Moody hits him. as he
Wounded
throws the
duck
ball.
up for grabs. I think you may have it.
And it was caught. No, out of bounds.
Out of bounds. That's the second wounded duck that the first one he caught.
In the end zone.
Another question was how many homecoming games is the record for Minneapolis losing in a row?
13.
Well, that would. I think we
Yeah.
broke that record, didn't we?
13.
13.
Yeah, they
Yeah, I knew
lost
that.
13, and then in 1969,
Yeah.
68 rather, we won that.
Beat Osborne or
was it
something.
that
Smith
yeah,
Center
beat
or something.
Osborne.
What team was it we beat to break that string?
Yeah, Osborne.
Moody putting a
Smith
hit on
Center.
Higgins.
Or Smith Center. Okay, I'm sorry, Smith Center. That's
First
right.
down.
Well, you can't say. I'll tell you what. There's a lot of teams that can't say they can beat Smith Center today.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is, 4th and
Wide left,
6.
open, and Seacrest catches it and is immediately hit. First
And that
down.
pass to Kevin Seacrest is
Hey,
complete.
I don't know. They're working that side over there, gentlemen.
The Lions get a
what's-
first down.
Tackle made by Nick
What's the
Brown.
deal, Roop?
Territory.
What's the weakness over there all of a sudden?
For Lyons.
They seem to like that side over there on the left side. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
they
They
do.
must have saw something that they.
First and goal at about the 7.
Yeah. They, I think.
They had 2 first downs the entire
4-6.
first half. They now have they have 4 already in this half
For the Lions.
in the first quarter,
All right, make it
or in the
5.
third quarter actually.
Lions knocking at the door from the 5. 43 seconds left, third quarter. They trail 20-0. He's back. He's caught.
Big
Yes.
sack again by 60.
That's Kaiser.
Mr. Kaiser, he broke through.
Kaiser.
And that quarterback said, whoa, Nelly, get out of my face.
Sacks the quarterback.
5-yard loss, back to the 10.
20 seconds left. There may be one more play this quarter, folks. There may not be. I think we'll get one more quarter off. The 2nd and 10 from the 10.
Second down for Lyons.
Passing left. He's hit as he throws it. Broken up by Nick Brown.
There's something they like about that left side.
Yeah.
They've thrown a lot of passes over there.
That's where Sechrist is. They're better.
Okay, that might be the answer.
He's the one that scored 2 touchdowns
And
on us
that's
last year.
3. And we're going to go to the final quarter.
6 for 19 passing.
Minneapolis leading.
I've got him for 76 yards unofficially passing now.
Let's see, we had a question on there. What is a maroon?
What is a maroon?
Yeah.
I know what a moron
I know.
is.
Yeah, be careful.
That's what their opponents used to call them, morons. I gave 3 definitions. Which one wasn't it? A mythical pirate figure, a color, or a bird of prey?
Bird of prey.
That's right. It was not a bird of prey.
I think I need to go on that show. What is it? Jeopardy or something like that?
Something like that.
Both football players and cheerleaders that were with us.
I think
what were the colors of the Ada Wildcats?
Well, I know that. That was red and gold.
Red and white.
Of North Ottawa County football.
That's what I said, red and white.
All of the statistics.
My wife still has her cheerleading outfit.
She does, huh? From junior high?
Yeah, but she won't wear it for me.
As trim as Jerry is, I doubt that it
Would
fits
you
her
please
yet.
recognize Dale for his efforts in organizing this centennial celebration?
Dale gets a little richly deserved recognition from the PA announcer.
And here we are set to start the 4th quarter of tonight's action.
Second goal from the 10-yard line.
Off this homecoming day.
The Lions are trying to put up a stiff defense here to keep maybe a shutout.
This drive started on the 40. On their 40.
2nd and 10. We're just getting ready to start the 4th quarter, folks. Homecoming night. Lions lead 20-0. It feels good
So far they put together 50 yards in this drive. It's the closest thing to a sustained drive that we've seen by either team.
Yeah. That's a Big 10-4.
Back to pass, looking right.
Higgins back to pass.
Yeah. Oh, baby.
Cody Moody
And once again,
destroyed the quarterback.
Kind of treated him a little rudely, didn't he?
Huh?
He treated him a little rudely there.
I mean, the guy drove here 80, 90 miles. I mean, to get treated like that.
3rd and 10. 3rd and goal at the 10.
My golly.
6 of 20. Be a huge stand if we could put it together here. Lots of time. 11:56 remains in the game. 20 points is a lot of points, but at the same time, not maybe that many either.
That's right. So we want to stop him here. It's 4th and 10.
Back looking left this time. Now he's rolling right.
Get him,
Under
get him.
pressure. Knox has him.
He's got him, baby.
and he is back at the
Both
20-yard
caught the
line.
Knox brothers and Kaiser at the 20-yard line. A 10-yard loss. The Lions take over.
My friends, that had to demoralize the Lions.
That's got him back to 5 yards net rushing.
I mean,
With the quarterback sack.
Another question was how many SVL titles did Delphus win in the 30s?
7.
5. Did you hear those numbers out there? How many wins they had?
And how many points they had, the point spread.
Goodness
After the
gracious.
quarterback sack.
That was a bunch of
1st
rough
and 10.
boys. Brown,
Uh-oh.
a little shovel pass to Kyle. No. Yes, Kyle Lomberger.
Gets some yardage there.
With a pitch out, and he scrambles up near the 30-yard line before he's taken down.
They went
by
44
number
games
13,
over 5 seasons without a
Dave
defeat.
Kepka.
No kidding.
Yes, that's quite a squad.
Folks, we got
Quite a bunch of squads.
2nd and 3.
Bill Bucky Anderson, our old teacher, Trace.
Yeah, who,
Gain
if I
on-
remember right,
he was on that squad.
he paddled me once, Dale. Can you believe that?
Second and
Never,
2 now.
never.
What would I have done?
And you didn't report it?
No. I didn't go home and tell my dad either. I would have got another one then. But something about showing off in gym class or something, I guess. I don't know.
They called him Buck back then.
Ball carrier is Cody Moody, number 44. Tackle made by Big Gabe Klein, number 76.
I'm sure he had the wrong person, but he picked me out. But that's okay. That's,
Probably
In on the
was
tackle.
probably Brad Comfort that did it.
yeah, but you know,
gain,
I let
third down.
bygones be bygones. 10:27 left, folks. Third down and 2.
This
for
is a
the-
confidence builder. It'd be nice to put a little drive together
Yeah,
here.
let's.
Knox, with
Knox
the ball.
up
He
the
gets
middle.
the first down.
Yes, he did.
Knox the ball carrier for a first down.
Some
Up
of the
across the 30 to about the 33.
crowd has left, just like they do at Dodger Stadium. They think there's a victory at hand.
That's only our third first down.
And the opening question of the test was, out of these 5 names, which nicknames were the Minneapolis team known as? The Corn Feds, the Millers, the Minis, the Blue Jays, and the Lions? Were they known as how many of those, or all of the above?
Look out, Knox up the middle.
Another first down, 13-yard gain to the 45-yard line.
The Minis.
Well, that was one of them.
That they were known as.
Yes. How many of those names?
And I would guess the Millers would probably be a good one. The Millers.
There's a certain number of those, or was it all of them?
Now the Blue Jays I can't go with.
One of their senior league.
Can't.
Nope. Because why?
They were known as the Blue Jays at one time?
Yeah, they were known as all of the above at one time.
Really? Okay.
First down for the Lions. We'd like to just chew up some
Knox
clock here,
again.
Knox. Yeah,
This is the time for Knox to shine, because that line's going to get tired of seeing Mr. Knox
Yeah.
running through there.
47-yard line.
Yeah, back before the 1900s, paper referred to them as the Corn Feds. I couldn't
The
believe it.
Corn Feds.
Yeah. And of course, the Millers with the mill being here on
Now
the river.
let me say this. I married a girl that grew up in the country. That is one word you do not use.
The Corn Feds?
Corn Fed?
No,
What?
No.
You don't use the word no?
you don't use the word corn-fed to refer to any of the girls that live.
Corn
out there.
Fed. Oh, Corn Fed. I thought it was like,
Knox again.
okay.
That's a no-no, Roop.
Corn Fed. All right.
What you know?
Cameron knocks the ball carrier.
Girls are
That's right
sensitive.
at the line of scrimmage.
I thought you're talking about political corn fed, like
Oh.
the federal government or something. I was trying to figure out exactly how they work. The corn feds, yeah.
Corn-fed.
Corn fed and hand spanked. Is that how that goes?
Third.
Um,
And
Something like that.
Well, after they were the Millers for a while, they were referred to as the Minis, but the town teams were also referred to as the Minis.
Now there's a phenomenon I had heard very little about, but I was aware that there was at one time some town
You
teams
betcha. Football and basketball.
and
So
baseball. They had
and
town team
you
baseball,
betcha.
yeah.
Uh-huh. And they got tired of being confused with the town teams. Pitch right to Lomberger.
He's around the corner.
Got a corner. Good
Back to the
speed.
left.
Nice move.
Down
Yes.
to the 35-yard line of the Lions.
Up across the 40.
So the student
about
body in the
35-yard
20s
line. And
voted
they
to
are
become
in
the Blue
Lion
Jays.
territory.
that was a nice cut back there by Lomberger.
Yeah, it was a nice move.
And then finally in 33, they became the Lions by a vote of the student body, and we've been the Lions ever since. And what was the other name of the Delphus team?
The Maroons and
What was their name before?
That's an old Hollywood move there you just saw, folks.
I don't know, Dale.
The Gold and Wine.
Gold and
Imported
wine.
from the West
That wouldn't be
Coast.
politically correct today, would it?
No, it wouldn't be. Knox. Like I say, I would, if I was the defensive
carrier
lineman,
is
I would be
Cameron
very
Knox,
tired to see
number
number
42.
42 come to the line right
Yeah.
now.
Wouldn't be
Yes.
that much fun, would it?
And he stopped by Aaron
7:25
Allison,
to go
number
in the game.
54.
The Lions are driving.
159
Encroach.
net yardage. We've
Only 2 yards.
padded our first down count here.
Dale, did you know my
From the
my birthday's Monday?
I heard you say
Oh,
that
you said
earlier.
that. Yeah, I said that. And,
Hey, you're asking for any money, donations?
well, yeah, no presents, just cash, please. You know.
Maybe somebody will buy a car on your birthday and make your day.
Well, hey, golly, I wish. Yeah, anybody listening out there, please.
Knox, no. Option left. Brown.
Cut her in,
Field.
Brown. Now that's okay.
And there's a flag.
Flag. That's going to be probably
And-
holding.
36-yard
across
line.
the 30 to near the 28-yard line.
Beautiful cut up by Brown there.
Tackle made by Keegan Weens, number 85.
So we had questions like that on there. There were multiple choice.
We do have a flag down on the play. Holding the call against Minneapolis.
That being only our second penalty.
But you know, the thing that confused me out, all the people that took the test, none of them guessed that I was the guy that went on the NFL.
I know.
Oh, is that right?
None of them. Not one
Missed
of
it.
them.
I'm sure that irritated you deep down, but you know.
Did anybody actually know the guy?
A couple of them guessed it right. I don't know if they actually knew it.
Well, I
but they
guessed right.
it. But there was a few of them.
Didn't
got
I?
it right. Yeah.
But that was just because, well,
You know, 100 years
Scratch their head over it.
100 years of football, there's been some good athletes there, as there would be in any community over 100 years. There'd be some really good athletes.
Delphus had several people that went on to play for K-State back
638.
Yeah.
in the 30s. Ada had some tremendous players by the name of Gassaway back in the 20s.
2nd and 10.
Brown pitching right, Knox. Oh, just over Knox's head.
Haven't passed for a while. That's kind of a
The pass to Cameron Knox is
one
incomplete.
of 10 for passing
1 to 10, man.
That'll bring up a 3rd and 19.
for 3 yards.
We got to review some funny stories from times in the past. Back in the 30s and 40s, they actually played at night sometimes under the lights, but the lights weren't real good compared to now. So by tradition, they used a white ball to play at night,
Really? Okay.
so you could see the ball.
Yeah. It's hard to see with those 6 guys on each side with candles.
Well, we went up to Concordia to play one night, and of course their jersey colors are red.
Brown takes a snap.
shotgun.
Whoop.
Deep down the field.
Nice pass. Uh-oh.
That might be a pass interference.
Yeah, that could have been a problem.
Catchable.
Pass
Not catchable.
intended
Okay,
for
not catchable.
Jeff
And
Crawford
you know what those nasty Panthers
is
did?
incomplete
They painted the ball red.
near the 20-yard line. And that will bring up a Minneapolis 4th down.
See, now today, if a kid would try that, they'd throw him in jail.
Our coaches,
He needs treatment.
Yeah.
coaches protested vehemently, but the referee said, "I don't know of a rule that says the ball has to be white."
Yeah, it's red. It's red for both teams.
6:17 left, folks. Minneapolis back to punt.
Whoops.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Crawford is
Crawford's
running
going to
right.
run.
Oh, it's loose. There's a forward lateral. Then the Lions has it, and they'll decline the
Rolling
penalty.
around the field, it's finally whistled down by
Boy,
the
that's
official
highlight reel there, folks.
at the 44-yard line.
That's a turnover.
After the miscue on
Well,
the
I'm
punt.
sure it will be. The penalty was a forward lateral, but I'm sure they'll decline it because they have the ball way back.
And the recovery made by Andy.
But that
Young.
actually will go as a turnover, don't you think?
Well, it depends on what they call here. If they accept the penalty, it won't be a turnover. If they decline it, it'll be a turnover. But anyway, after Concordia went up by several touchdowns in the second half, they finally acquiesced to using a white football.
You know, Roop, you're a baseball man. Let me ask you a question. I mean, why wouldn't they use like a yellow baseball? Like
Well, you're
they
getting
tried-
back in the
Charlie O'Finley.
Sure, yeah,
days,
Charlie
but-
O'Finley.
But why wouldn't you?
Traditional baseball's too much of a traditional sport. You don't monkey around with it, you
Yeah.
know. Although, you know, over the years the game has changed
But
tremendously.
that
It
would
has.
be a big change.
Yeah, it would be.
But wouldn't you be able to pick it up better? Obviously.
I'm sure that a lot of research has been done on it. And you know, why not use aluminum bats? You know, I mean, so they don't. I don't know.
Tradition.
Yeah, tradition. I think that's more than anything.
Well,
They're
now-
going to take the penalty and make us kick it again.
As opposed to have taken the ball here.
Well, what do they do?
I'm not sure what the choices were.
Well, they're moving.
I can't believe that if they had the ability to take the ball that they wouldn't have. Well, they did. Yeah, they did take the ball. They did take it.
They counted as an incomplete pass or something. I don't know what the penalty.
Well,
was
I'm
about.
confused.
They must have waved off the penalty. Incomplete.
But I really thought that Lyons was going to come up with football, which they did.
They have. They
Yeah.
got it.
Okay.
4 downs. It's turned over.
Well, one of the better drives that we put together occurred right there, but come away with no points. But we did burn a lot of clock.
Yeah.
Minneapolis turns the ball over on downs.
Lions have the ball. 6:05 left, fourth quarter. They trail 20 to nothing. The crowd is leaving.
Back throw looking right.
Higgins drops back to pass.
Complete. Out of bounds.
You know, you say, well, you maintained a good drive.
Pass complete to Dane Kepka for
Second
about
and
6
5
yards.
to the 49-yard line.
Schmidt with a push out of bounds.
5:58 to go in the game.
83 yards passing now for Lyons. They're 7 of 20.
Just on
You know, you say, well,
field.
we had a nice sustained drive there, which gives your defense some rest, but that's not the case because our players are playing both ways.
Yep. Back under pass rush again, looking right. Cuts upfield.
Higgins back to pass.
Big gainer,
Pulls it
first down.
Takes it across midfield, across the 40 to about the 38.
About a 13-yard gain.
Line by the Lions.
For the first down. Tackle made by Trent Lambert, number 50.
Five minutes, 45 seconds left in this contest.
Dale, have you seen a better crowd?
This year, no.
No, I don't think I have.
Back to pass, looking right.
Higgins back to pass.
Caught.
And again, it's complete.
And they're going out of bounds after an 8-yard gain.
Pass complete to Kevin Sechrist, number 24. And he's forced out of bounds by Nicholas Brown. 8-yard gain before he stepped out of bounds. Second down.
Lions has shown the ability to drive the ball in this second half,
Yes,
something they didn't do in the first half.
Yeah. You got a little passing game going, didn't they, Roop?
Wide receivers either side.
Yeah, they basically have switched to a passing game. Little pressure here.
Screen, complete.
Yeah, all right.
Well,
Big tight end.
well covered.
Pass to the tight
And
end,
Jared
Christian
Smith takes him
Weeds,
down.
number 85. And he's tackled by Jared Schmidt.
Yeah, Jared was right in on
Actually,
that.
a loss of
Third and
on the
three.
down of a yard. That's correct, isn't it? Did lose a yard.
Right, lost a
Small
yard.
loss on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Looked like it had some potential when it first came
Yes, it
together.
did. We're under 5 minutes, folks.
Lions has yet to score. Minneapolis 20, Lions 0.
It's looking good for homecoming, Roop.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Back to pass, looking right. And then Moody's on him.
Higgins back to pass.
Caught just before he's
Again,
out of
it's
bounds
complete
by
at
the big
far
tight end.
sideline.
No, that's Sechrist again.
Again, the pass complete to Kevin Sechrist,
He's
number
a
24.
nifty receiver, that grandson of an ADA graduate.
Trevor Atkins with the
Well-
out-of-bounds push, and it's another Lions first down.
I say we need to make some kind of defensive change there. I don't know what it is. I see Townsend going, well, no, he's going to be a safety, I guess. I just would look like we've got to be able to stop that pass that easy.
2 right, 1 left again. 1 slot back.
4 minutes, 39 seconds.
Looking right.
Oh, he's going to get hit again. He's down.
Alberto was disappointed.
there's a flag.
He had a shot at him.
There's a flag
I'm
down.
not too sure that
Way out
Alberto didn't go for the ball. I think that maybe a replay would show different, but I think Alberto thought he had the football.
Yeah. Oh, face mask on the Lions.
Ooh, yeah, that's what I thought I saw that. Alberto had him
Penalty.
by the face mask.
That's our third penalty,
5
which is
yard-
pretty clean game both ways.
Yeah.
5-yarder
Incidental, which is 25 yards total penalties. That's not out of line.
Rings up.
1st and 5 for the
Incidental
Lions.
face mask is the
from
penalty,
Lyons.
so it's 5 yards. So it's 1st and 5 now for Lions.
They now have 9 first downs. They had 2 in the first half.
Back to pass, looking right.
Higgins back.
Lots of time. Quite a bit of time there.
Wrapped up in the
He
middle.
gets possibly back to the line of scrimmage.
He seems to be kind of a pocket passer.
Jeff Crawford.
4:02 in the contest. I'm sure the Lions would like to preserve a shutout.
We're
here
under
tonight.
4 minutes.
Again,
3:59.
2 left this time. Back to pass, looking left. Quick pass.
Uh-oh.
Caught by Sechrist.
Screen pass to Kevin Sechrist.
Still
Well,
going. There he is. Caught. Might have got a yard or two.
And he is taken down by
And,
Jared
we got
Schmidt,
a Lions
number
shook up
22.
there a little bit. Contreras. He's going to limp off the field. Nope, guess not.
Also in on the tackle,
He is
They've
limping.
completed 4 consecutive passes.
15-yard line.
2nd and 3. No, 3rd and 3. Timeout.
Timeout, Minneapolis.
MHS. You heard, I assume, all
Once
about
again, a reminder to all you alumni that
gas
tomorrow
leaks
night,
down at Lyons.
Saturday night, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I read something about that in the paper the other day. That evidently that must be a city-owned system.
Yes, it was.
Sponsored by the class of 1985.
So they got all those gas wells around there, so I'm sure they
$5
buy it
admission.
cheap.
A
you know.
DJ
Yeah.
Probably had some
providing
nice
the music.
arrangements for about a year.
And again,
Probably
this is
back in
gonna
the
be
day,
downtown
they figured they could
at
put
the
their own
John
system in.
Center for the Performing Arts, the Blue Store, downtown Minneapolis, tomorrow night, 9 o'clock.
So tell me a little bit about, I read in the paper a couple days ago about a course, Minneapolis with the enrollment count will drop to 2A next year.
But only for several years.
Well, yeah, I understand it.
2 years in football.
So, but why, if Bennington came up to 3A, why will Bennington be part of our district? Because there's a year delay, and so they would.
They count it differently for football than they do for anything else. Football, they base it on the freshman, sophomore, and junior classes
Right.
to go for a commitment of 2 years.
But Bennington is considered 3A.
Everything else they counted on sophomore, junior, senior. So the way their class arranges this
And after
year,
the
their
timeout.
school size, they moved up to 3A for everything but football.
I see. Okay.
This is in the 2nd year of that last football district arrangement.
I wasn't clear on that.
Lions,
So they'll be
3rd
part of
and
our
3 for the
district next
15.
year.
They're staying in 2A next year in football. Rolls right, stumbled, cuts it up the
Oh,
field
no, he
short
did not
of the
get
first
it.
down. 4th down
And
and 1.
Higgins is forced down as he tries to pass.
Well, they haven't hurt us. They haven't hurt us rushing 19 yards total for the game.
So yes, Bennington and El
Called
Saline
by the
will
Lions.
be in our district next year. I've not heard who our other non-league,
El Saline.
Yes, El Saline was
who
it.
our
List.
non-league game will be that's not
Oh.
district.
Well, I don't know that it's going to change that much. We'll have all our league
We'll
games.
lose.
Riley County would be on the block.
Riley County's gone. They got to be. They were in our district.
Lyons would be a game that possibly would be
Might have kept
gone.
Lions. I don't know. I've not heard. Lions or Hoisington.
Yeah. You know, potentially if you're a 2A school, you could wind up in a little. Of course, I know that leagues won't change and that sort of thing, but I mean, you got Bennington, you got Lincoln, you got Southeast, you got Solomon. You know, you could wind up all your games within 30 miles.
I thought Solomon would be in our district, but there's only 3 teams in our district, which is interesting.
And I understand that 2 of the 3 teams will go.
Yeah, that's right.
Not this year.
Not this year, no.
Now we will play 2A in basketball.
Yes. All
Yes,
year.
yeah.
If we go to state, we'll go to Manhattan this year instead of Hutchinson.
Who are the perennial powers in 2A basketball?
I'm not sure. It's interesting. One of the 2A powers in football
Smith
dropped
Center.
down to 8 man.
Oh.
Cliff
Smith.
Clyde.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Looking right.
Oh, baby.
What's that number 1? What's his name? What's his name?
Pass is incomplete.
Oh, Holloman.
Holloman took him down.
One of the juniors.
As he passed.
With the
Incomplete.
pressure on
The
the
Lions
quarterback.
take over.
Just took the timeout. Of course, they're trying to conserve time here with 2:26
Why?
remaining, but that would see a little bit futile being down by 20.
I mean, you know.
Concede it. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
I learned from an old coach that I used to know that never believed in this kind of thing, either this or in basketball. If you're beat, you know, let the game get over, take your whip and go home.
Start thinking about next week.
Short
Yeah.
2 for
That
Minneapolis.
was Coach Shoemaker. Passing along them wise words.
Cody
of
Moody
advice.
breaks left.
Stay in bounds,
He's
Cody.
going to have the first down.
About a
Ball
5-yard
carrier
gain.
Cody Moody as he bounces around the left side.
He's a nice substitute for Knox at
Near
the
the
tailback.
30.
You know, he really runs aggressively in the times in the weeks past that we've seen him get the ball. I've been pretty impressed
Yeah.
with some of his running ability.
First down at the 29-yard line of the Lions.
We should be able just to run her on
Need
out.
to bury the clock here.
20-0. I was
First-
hoping for a nice victory tonight, but I didn't figure it'd be a shutout.
First victory for Coach Mickle. And the team.
2 minutes to go. Option left. Brown cuts up center.
Brown.
He's breaking free. 9-yard gain.
Brown
Maybe 8.
on a keeper.
180 yards rushing for Minneapolis.
Keenan Croce, number 21.
Close to a first down.
Gain of almost 9 yards. Right at 9 yards for Spencer.
First down, and we could run the clock out.
And it's a 2nd and 1 now for Minneapolis from their own 38-yard line.
There was another cute question out of olden days. Out of these 3 teams, Lincoln, Beverly, and Miltonvale, which of those 3 teams did Minneapolis not score 100 points or more against in one game?
Miltonville.
You're right. Wide left is Kyle Lomberger, cutting back right.
The pitch out goes to Lonberg.
I don't want to say
And
that.
he is out.
He's different than Mortimer.
Left
He's the
sideline.
first guy I've seen do the cutbacks like that since Drew Wheelam.
And Lonberger's run, good enough for a
Mortimer
Minneapolis
did a lot of cut,
first
but
down.
not the style of
Yes.
Kyle.
The ball is right at the 40-yard line.
We're down to 1 minute,
41-yard line
folks.
for
8
Minneapolis.
first down. That's no doubt going to seal it. No question about that some time ago, but that at least ends the game.
50 seconds to go.
1 or 2 more plays.
Sweet victory here for the Lions tonight.
Yeah.
Well deserved after a long, hard fight.
Well, you hope it's a momentum builder, but the thing you don't like is next week is
Go to Riley County. First district game.
Riley County.
And I'm not so sure they're all that great this year. I mean, they've been winning some games, but I haven't seen them destroying people.
All right, folks are on their feet. Congratulate
They
the
aren't
Lions.
undefeated, I don't believe either. So
I'm not sure what is going on here exactly. Number 5, Colton Carpenter in the game.
Well, we might run one play.
Isn't
we might
that
not
right?
run
Isn't
Yes,
that
he's
Colton Carpenter?
an up back.
An up back.
This will be the ball game, folks.
Protect the quarterback. And that's the way it's going to end, 20-0. The Lions getting revenge for the defeat last year at Lyons.
End of homecoming game.
Okay,
And
Minneapolis.
look at them, a happy bunch, their first victory of the year.
Victorious.
A homecoming night at the 100th celebration of Northwestern
Well,
County football.
it's good that this kind of a crowd could see Minneapolis be successful.
Yes.
Football in
Glad all the
Ottawa County.
alums that came home, class 85 down here.
You know,
They got to see a victory.
the crowd, the charge, the electricity here tonight just seemed to really be in our favor. I feel real good about that for the kids and the coaches. Minneapolis winds up with 185 yards total rushing, 1 for 11 passing for 3 net yards passing, 8 first downs, 3 penalties, 2 turnovers for Minneapolis. Lions winds up the evening with 19 net yards rushing. They were 11 of 25 passing for 98 yards. They kind of turned into a passing team there at the last half particularly. 9 first downs, only 1 penalty for Lions.
Kevin Klein.
Again, the score, Minneapolis 20, Lions 0. Good fireworks display. You don't see that everywhere at a high school game.
No, you don't. That irritates some of our visitors too, you know.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. My brother was telling me that when Southeast of Saline was here playing,
Yeah.
we hadn't scored yet, of course, in the first half. And some woman from Southeast, he was sitting over there by the fence waiting for the second half to begin. She said, "Y'all gonna shoot some of those off tonight?" Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to see, he said. Well, Rube, you gonna have your stats here in a minute?
Well, I basically kind of went through them.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I wasn't.
The main stat is 20-0, Dale.
Yes, betcha.
That's the main stat.
Thanks, Denny. Appreciate it.
Well, you know, when I came tonight, I was thinking, now I wonder if they're anticipating something pretty big tonight, because they had that whole area taped off over there, and I'm thinking, man, they must be expecting something big tonight. I'm not sure what's going on. Of course, because of the celebration, they're kind of outdoing themselves, but it's a great show.
Well, they've had trouble in the past of little kids getting in there trying to play football.
Yeah.
You know, when they've got their stuff set up, and so they tape that off so they keep kids away from it.
Neat. Pretty impressive. Well, Dale, I'm not looking forward to the trip to Riley County.
Well, I think we might make it a competitive game, at least I hope.
Well, when I say that, I'm just talking about the drive.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not too far. A little over an hour.
You know, I'd almost say it's impossible to get there from here.
Quickest way is go through Clay Center. Like Clay Center and Leonardville. Quite a show. Quite a show.
This is the last home game, huh?
No, we have one more coming up in 2 weeks, 3 weeks actually. Be Belleville here, 3rd district game. Get 2 wins, we go on. Quite a show. Thank you, Kevin Klein and Carl Leach. Man alive.
We run out of tape to film the fireworks show, Dale.
That's all right. Quite the homecoming tradition. There's a few $100 of fireworks gone up there tonight. Far better than the 4th of July. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for watching here on Channel 37 MCTV Galaxy Cablevision, brought to you by the MHS Linebackers. Hope you've enjoyed homecoming this year, folks. The 2005 edition. Dale H., Trace Cree, and Mike Rupert, or Dave Rupert signing off, and Chuck Lomberger. Off right.